All right. Are we all up in Squared Hills?
We are live.
All right. Cool. Let's get it going. All right. Well, Mr. Hellscat streaming it. I'm Anarchy. I'm going to be speaking, as is Nerve. And then after we do the first bit, we're going to kick it over to the WCL guys. You got Mr. Pontiac Pat and TVDL. Most people should probably know them. And then Signing Planes is running the room for us. Vanilla Oper's running the other room where teams are waiting. And then we've got Mr. Tim Hamlet running Twitch moderation for us.
Good evening, everybody.
Nerve, how are you doing? All right, we'll get back to that one.
Yep, we'll get back to that one. So it'll be me and you. Great tournament here, going to be held on this Extra Life. There we go. There he's back. All right, guys. Back. Thank you. There, Nerve, take it over.
I was just talking in my muted mic saying that I'm really excited to be here. See some exciting competitive gameplay on a very awesome night.
Alrighty, here, Pat. Why don't you go ahead and draw the map listing so we can get this kicked off?
Okay, I'm reaching into my bowl of map names here, and the map they will play on is Airfield.
Airfield, okay. Sweet. I like Airfield. Now, I wonder which team, because the way we did it was teams could suggest a map they wanted to play, right? And then say, we like this map, we put it into the pool, and then we pull them. So depending on if you got very lucky and the map that you said you like got picked, good fortune for you. I don't quite remember who requested Airfield, though. So.
Yeah. So what do we know about these two teams?
I am going to read the team bios that they were nice enough to send us. We asked them, they submitted a little thing about, kind of their history and whatnot. So for Doom Platoon, or DP, has been an active clan within the Xbox World of Tanks community for over 2 years. They have competed with the greatest teams the game has to offer every year. They focus on teamwork and maintain a fun, enjoyable environment while still competing on the highest of levels. They take pride in being a very respected clan and being selected to play for charity. They wish to express their thanks to WarGaming, the WCL, and WNF for all they have done for the community. Both these clans are very long clans. They've been around for quite some time and are rather originals. And then you have Immortals, Clan Tag shortened, obviously, is a collection of top competitive players and has been so for more than 2 years. They continually strive to promote a high standard of competitive play, as well as excellence in sportsmanship for both themselves and the community. They're dedicated to maintaining their status as a top clan, including teamwork, coordination, training of new talent, and dominance in competition. They have participated in every WCT/WCL event and are always expected to be among the final few teams, a goal which they have achieved almost every time, to my knowledge. They've always been a very strong team and have been around for a very long time, which is very cool. I like seeing that. And hopefully people can start picking tanks here soon. We can get down to it.
Both these teams have a long history of playing each other as well, so they know each other quite well.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. I mean, they both have been around since clans have been a thing, and I'm sure a lot of the more original members were playing with each other potentially since the beta, and then formed clans afterwards. So I'm certainly excited to see how these teams play because they've played each other a lot in the past.
I expect a close match here.
Yeah, certainly. And especially with teams have been practicing, 770 recently at Tier 10. And I know both the teams have been keen on it. They've both been practicing it a lot. So neither of them are, new to the format. And I certainly expect, essentially the best play you're going to see between a lot of the teams we have. They're at, the highest level, which is good, right?
Strong callers on both teams. I would have to say most likely Leech from DP and Chicago's from the Immortals.
Yeah. Both of them very, very experienced guys. Tubbins has been leading the team since its inception, correct? Wasn't he the founding member?
Actually, that was Rainius Maximus, and I believe Tubbs joined shortly thereafter the creation and realized he had a knack for calling and quickly became a leader of the clan.
That's very cool. Well, I know, like Immortals and DP both are similar in the fact that they've had, like, all clans have turnover. You know, people come and go, people get busy, but both of the teams have had a very similar group of core guys for a long time. They've all been together, and some people come and go, but a lot of the people have stuck around for the long haul, which is cool because then it's not just a clan. You're there because you like everybody at that point, and you enjoy playing with them.
Exactly. They're both very tight knit.
And so I think while we're waiting for the teams to pick, we're going to see who's up next. Correct, Mr. Pat?
That's right. We have a green room set up for the teams that are next in line to get assembled and be ready. So it's a quick transition between battles. And the two teams that will be in the green room right now are UGCC and On Your Six.
Ah, very cool. The funny thing with that is how we were just discussing how both these teams were rather veteran teams. On Your Six and UGCC comparatively are newer teams. I just made the announcement that they're both are, waiting. And then signing is starting the 60-second timer for these guys to pick tanks. Make sure you announce to the teams they have to pick so that they can get it going. And, we can hopefully get some of these matches going. Hells, do you have anything to add? Anything, comments, keys to victory and whatnot?
A lot of keys to victory is always in that the G5-6 line, who you can get up there and get the quick, especially coming from that west side of the map, getting over there, catching a lot of teams flat out. Catching them over there in F2, going to E2, or doing a short cut from like F3 to E4. That is a very critical thing. If you can get a fast firing medium that's super accurate, even like a Skoda in that G2, and then something to give it a little bit of vision. You can melt teams very quickly while they march their way to the main battle area of E5-6. So I'm super excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, normally what you see on airfield, at least, because everybody knows the cap is at like C6, C7 or so. You see like the mediums will go up to that middle hill at like H5, H6. They brawl there, and then the heavies kind of go to E5, E6, and that's usually where the fighting goes. I think we're unspecking. I think we're pretty close to getting going.
Yeah, I would expect at least 3 mediums being picked on each team.
Yeah, and the best part is, like, with the TVP in the game, it's a really good counter to the Bat Chat because it just has higher burst damage, Like, it puts the damage out quicker even though it's got a less damaging clip. And the TVP counters Bat Chats usually pretty well.
This is true. The one advantage the Bat Chat really has, though, is its speed.
It's small, too. Very, very, very incredibly hard to hit on the move. A little less wieldy on that hill, though, with the less gun depression.
Right. Already seen a couple of E4s out of DP.
Yeah, it's a very common tank at the tier. It's just extremely versatile with the turret, and it's just fast enough to get done what you need to do. I like it.
So they went with 2 mediums. A few IS-7s being used here. Also, a tricky tank to use on this map, actually, with its lack of gun depression.
I think what you've seen in the last update, the stats on the IS-7 were changed. Like, it got more hit points, and the gun dispersion values were decreased, so the gun doesn't have as much bloom. I've been seeing a lot more teams taking them, especially on this map. kind of situation with the gun depression, but that turret is worth its weight in gold, right? And the gun is lower DPM but punchy when it does hit, it stings. And so I've been seeing them pretty extensively on airfield, to be honest. They've been rather common tank picks. I don't mind them.
All right, both teams are picked up.
Both guys have 7. Yeah, I think we're pretty well ready to start here.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready to go.
All right. And we're off.
I'm wondering if we'll see one of these teams make a heavier push in the south and try and take out a couple mediums in the early minute or two.
Right. You make the team a lot more two-dimensional if you can get rid of their mediums, because then you essentially know what they're going to want to do. They don't really have much room for changing.
Yeah, and you'll get that tank advantage, and if the other team does push the flag, they'll almost be forced to try and cap it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested. Obviously I would imagine the mediums are going to go to the hill, but it's just kind of how do you play your mediums on the hill? Do you use them just to deny the other team, or do you try to be aggressive and smash the other team's mediums and take it? That's a choice you see teams make.
Right off the bat here, I actually see it looks like the Immortals are not even going to push H5 and H6.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to use their mediums more on the airfield for vision, potentially. They're putting, the 140 kind of back just to see what goes on the hill, but I don't think he's going to go play it. And the bat chat's going to go over there and do some spotting.
He needs to be careful. He's actually going to be stuck there momentarily.
Yeah, and he doesn't have anybody backing him up. I mean, the heavies are a mile behind him. Yeah, he's using the spot you see in a lot of battles. That's such a good spot. It gives you a lot of view range. Now, Logan got a good spawn. He's almost to the heavy brawling area. He might actually be able to get one into Smill if he doesn't back out quick.
Smill may take one right here if he's not careful.
Yeah. He certainly has no way of knowing Logan got that good of a spawn, because he's already right there.
Yeah, because if you're basing this off of where your heavies are, you would expect, and there it is, 502 damage in Smill.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was just, I don't know if maybe that's the side spawns a bit closer, but the IS-7 also is not an extremely slow tank. It's faster than 57 heavies and E4s. So it'll get there, especially if you're not expecting something like that. And now Smill's kind of stuck there.
Smill is kind of stuck there. He has the TVPs on his south and then the rest of DP in the north.
Yeah, because normally you could just drop off that ridge. Like, you could just slide down that little bowl thing, and he could get out of there, but those TVPs would not let that happen. But Logan is weak up top. He does not have people very close with him. TP's kind of going low.
TP is going low. Mortals may not see it, and they could get some free shots in.
Oh, they got a 57 heavy with a clip.
57 heavy. Yeah, landing shots. Leech is taking a lot of damage here, and he lands all 4 shots. Yeah. He does get ammo rack, so he's going to have to use that repair kit.
Yeah. I think Chicken Hunter is going to go down. He's getting Tubbins has him, and the IS-7 has him.
Yeah, Voidwalker's going to have him right there. That's a victory in itself, removing one of the 2 E4s.
Yeah, because they've got such a potent gun. They can, if there's one tank that turns a battle around easily, it's the E4. I mean, you land 1 or 2 shots with that, that's a lot of hit point swing. So getting one of those guns out of the game, incredibly helpful. Now DP's getting their mediums involved, though. They got 2 fully loaded TVPs, which are going to sting if they can pen their shots, and the E4 missed. Yeah, Tubbins just was on the wrong end of 2 TVPs there, but the E4 armor held up relatively.
Actually, this is Smill's going to kill one of those TVPs right here.
Oh, yeah, well played. They could hit point share, right? And try to keep one of them alive.
Oh, Smill lands the shot anyway. Now he's got to get out of there, because Halo Doom is almost reloaded any second here.
Can you climb back up that?
You can, but it's not very quick.
I didn't know that. Oh, Smill.
He does only land 2 shots, though.
Yeah, that climb, I guess, worked out, because if he would have just ran, the TVP could have kept up with him, and there's not enough hard corners for him to get away. I did not know you could climb up that. That was really cool. Yeah, Logan's all by himself. Now Mufasa's just
Abiotic
Kinda
Hollow
there.
needs to move in front of Stang here, try and absorb the shot.
yeah.
And he does successfully.
I like that call just to send the 140 over to solo the TVP because he can't clip him, but the TVP will just out DPM him.
And there it is.
Well played. That was a good game.
Yeah,
It
even
actually
though
DP was a really good start, and Immortals countered, being perhaps a little out of position very well.
Yes, they did.
So well played, boys. All right. Well, again, cannot say thank you enough to DP for coming out. It's a charity tournament. That's what we're all here for. I mean, it's for such a great cause. So just coming out, lending your time to play on, your Saturday night on stream, can't thank you enough. Thank you to Immortals for showing up. You get to move on to the next round. And then UGCC versus On Your 6. We'll get them filing in the room here shortly.
These are two very active clans as well. They play pretty much daily.
Yeah, like how we discussed that DP and Immortals were veterans. Like I had stated before, UGCC and On Your 6 are new, but they're tenacious. They play a lot. And they're both have been practicing a lot of tens. So once we start to get them in the room, we'll pull the green room teams for the next round. That was good.
Okay, so while UGCC and On Your 6 are moving into the main room, let me tell you who is up next for the green room.
Yep.
We have 7F.
Oh.
And Nightmare.
Okay, we'll get them both in here.
And I believe we also need a map for On Your 6 and UGCC, correct?
That we do.
And it cannot be the same map, right?
No, it will be a different map.
The map leaves
the map
rotation.
This time is Cliffs.
Oh, cool. I like that map.
That map gets very intense very quickly with it being encounter.
Yeah, especially with depending on if both teams kind of go low, it can be like one of those matches that is only 2 minutes because it's just a knife fight right off the bat. And don't forget when we're on these breaks to donate to charity, right? The Extra Life cause is certainly one of the better causes you'll find out there. And
I think it's giveaway time.
Well, that also
the game ended. And
I suppose
it's time to give away a code.
What's the code for, Mr. Hells?
So on this code, first out, let me double check. I don't want to give away the wrong tank. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to pull a Skeletor.
Oh. Too soon.
Too soon.
Give away the AC4 instead of a T-shirt or something like that, or what?
Yeah, I don't. I don't. That's one thing I don't want to mess up, and then have those guys. All right. So what we'll do is, for this code, yet again, we're gonna go ahead and it'd be hashtag extra life. What we're gonna do? Go ahead and do an AT15A hashtag.
Oh.
Yep, there we go. AT15A hashtag extra life. Extra life. Hashtag extra life. And then
that AT15A, good tank.
That is an amazing tank. And then right off the bat, and then shortly during this match, I will be giving away another code. That code there will be for a Dicker Max during the match. So during the lull in this match, what we're going to do is someone will be getting the code for a Dicker Max.
Very cool. Very cool. With the AT15A too, one of the best parts about it is that there's not a lot of British high-tier premiums. There's more now, but still, if you don't have a high-tier British crew trainer, I mean, come on.
I was actually just doing some pubs, and it was pretty funny. Um, we were in a tier 6 match because we're all grinding our speed tanks, and buddy of mine turned the corner and went, "Oh, that's an AT-15. What is he doing in here?" But it was the AT-15A. So just in its own right, um, the it's scary to for that to pop up because instantly you're in a tier 6 and you're thinking, "Oh boy, AT-8." The DPM coming out of that thing is intense. The armor on it, at that a tier 6 trying to pin that, you're like, "Oh boy." So that's super
And you sit in front of
exciting.
that thing and it's going to shred you.
Yeah, you just can't get spotted. That tank will just shred you to pieces with that fast fire rate and everything else there. Okay, first code to be given out for the evening. Let's see here. BD409 came out with it. Congratulations to the community person of BD409. You earned yourself an AT-15A. And then I'm going to hand this back over to Nerve and Anarchy.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to read the team bios.
Go for it, sir.
Cool. All right, let's find them here. These are good. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So we will go with Onion 6 first. Onion 6 was founded from the ashes of the clan Havoc. It was formed with only one primary goal: competitive play. We are a small group of tankers who are here for the enjoyment of high-intensity tanking, and they are geared to rage on the Reds. Although they don't always win every battle, they never run from a fight. Their clan is all about heart and determination to face any obstacle in their path. All right. And then UGCC, the Untouchable Gaming Commission, was founded in 2016 by Nick Stanton, aka King Sticky, and Matt Faulkner, aka Cav Ranger. It is an Xbox clan that has risen to become one of the top 50 rated clans on World of Tanks Xbox, as ranked by WhatClans.br. Their success inspired Nick and Matt to create and host the World of Tanks Battle of the Clans tournament. Nick says, "The success of my clan comes from our generals, myself, Matt, Killatrilla, and Zertex. It took a lot of teamwork. We put that in every match we play. We never underestimate any team and give our all every time." And like we had talked about before, that is certainly true. Both these teams play for keeps and are extremely exciting to watch. All right.
Sounds great.
Should be picking teams, or picking tanks rather.
I know these both those teams put up a lot of time and a lot of effort back into the community on your 6. A great set of guys. Definitely pushing for the next evolution of competition gameplay level. And then UGCC, also their community. Great people over there. Can never stop saying great things about those guys. So big giant hearts to both of these guys. Thank you for coming out for the stream this evening.
And if you like what we're doing here, remember Extra Life. I believe that Extra Life, they do this. I think it's Extra Life's Day of Gaming or something similar to that. They do a lot of these type of things. Not only on World of Tanks, but they're just a great, charity, if you will. It's Children's Hospital. I think everybody can get behind something like that. Nerve, do you have anything to say on the map Cliff? Anything you want to speak on?
This is another map where I feel like teams, the team makeup is usually split, except more heavily in the favor of mediums, I think, on this, so that you can push down the 1-2 line and get to E2, E3, get to high ground, F2, F3, which is also where the flag is located. And there's generally a brawl in there for map control in that area, while a couple heavies and maybe some tank destroyers hang back and provide cover fire.
Yeah. Like we had talked about briefly before, one thing you see that makes for very exciting, albeit quick games, are when both teams push down the 1-2 line, both going for that spot you talked about at like E3, F3. and that's right off the bat, just coming out of their spawn, and they just really get into it. That can be incredibly entertaining to watch because it's high intensity. But usually, one team does that, one team kind of goes up, and um, somebody almost always will put something on the lighthouse, like a bat chat or a TVP, because that's just how could you not, right? That high of a place with that much vision.
It's true. It's important early on in the map, in the match. Once it hits a little bit later, that spot doesn't really provide vision onto the flag.
Yes, that is true. You cannot actually shoot onto the cap from that spot. The cap is protected.
Depending on how your team reacts, you can always move though from that spot to say B5, B6, or J5 and provide cover fire from a different angle.
Yeah. I just like how where the cap is and that middle hill. I just like the kind of engagement that forces, because it's so easy to flank around it, and that goes both ways. So a lot of the time you end up seeing like a two front fight, and one team will go up high and one team will go down low, and depending on how quick the team is, it can be a battle on those ramps or just past it.
All right, guys. Well, while everything gets passed, current donation amount right now, $3,276. Remember, this is all going to great cause, to the Children's Miracle Network. A lot of everybody in the community have given a lot of their time and donations to this charity. It's this is amazing, and yet again, thank you to WarGaming and thank you to Rybot and all of the devs. Thank you allowing us to come out and do this for you guys. And I also want to say a big shout out and thank you to all the WCL crew. These guys are awesome. They work tirelessly to also to expand the comp scene even further into the future with the arena system and then also stuff like this. So it's going to be great. And I'll let you two take back over, but yet again, we're up to 3276, and we'll have another code here in about 6 minutes.
And also, thank you to Hells for streaming it. It's always appreciated. Streaming can be quite an interesting task. So it's not, the easiest thing in the world you could do. It's much easier to do what I'm doing, and that's just talk. So we appreciate you, Hells.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to commentate over someone else's stream than it is to actually do the stream.
Yeah, it's certainly not something I would want to do. But yeah, I think you'll see maybe 4 or 5 heavies, and then certainly 2 mediums, which will most likely be a bat chat or a TVP. I think the bat chat gets on the lighthouse easier, but I think a TVP uses the lighthouse better because it's got better gun depression and the gun's a little more consistent. So that'll be kind of an E100. Yeah, I don't mind that.
What spawn does on your 6 have right now? They have the northern spawn.
Yeah, I have 7 again. Like I said, I would not be surprised if you see a lot more of those tonight. They've been becoming more and more common.
The thing I like about those E100s is the additional hit points that they provide. Just when you think you've put in a lot more shots than the other team, you realize they still have as many hit points as you do.
Yeah, and also we commented on Airfield with the E4s can turn the battle around. I mean, 2 E100s, 750 alpha, you can all of a sudden just be down 1,500 hit points if you're not paying enough attention. They can certainly turn the battle around, and
absolutely,
people don't necessarily always think about that. All right. The Chieftains, I think you'll see them go. If they're going to push low, they work that ramp, well because 10 degrees of gun depression. But even if they go up top, they can deny the other team the ramp again because of 10 degrees and a good turret and obviously an amazing gun. I think one of their guys, did they just drop somebody or did he get specced?
Did they lose someone?
Didn't UGCC have an E4 picked? Oh, he got swapped. He got moved over.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Planes, make sure you move ACG Astro back over to UGCC side before you start it.
Yeah, he's on it. I'm on channel with him.
Oh, okay. Thank you. But yeah, see, on your 6 taking a TVP and a bat chip. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them moving together. And then UGCC's going for a not much, but moderately more heavy setup.
I definitely expected to see more speed coming out from these teams.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit surprised.
kind of tips their hand a bit, though, I suppose, right? Like, you pretty much know they're going to be fighting the cap area. I'd be more surprised if they weren't. Now, whether
Yeah,
they both go
because
1-2 line, that's for debate.
I think if anyone goes to the eastern side, it's more likely to be the northern spawn. Which who did I say had that? That was
Yeah, that's valid. There's also that little climb for the north spawn at like D3, or rather D5. You can jump a medium up if it's got enough speed.
So is
And I
UGCC
can go.
only going to be rolling with 6?
Nope, he's just gonna get swapped over.
we
He's
also have
on your 6.
Oh,
Yep, see there. he is.
someone who snuck in.
Oh no, he
on
swapped the
your
wrong guy.
side.
No, he swapped Cutter. Don't start it. He swapped Cutter, not the UGCC guy. And then you also got to get rid of the guy in the medium
Red
one,
band.
the tier 1. Yeah, red band. I don't think he's supposed to be here.
all right, guys, let's get all moving.
Yep, he's working on it. Running rooms is not fun, trust me.
Oh, I bet, especially this many people. It's incredible.
Oh man, I know, seriously. That's why I can't thank Signing Planes enough for taking the time on his day to run the room for us. It is
Exactly.
a thankless job and an incredibly frustrating one at that. So
Ooh, we got
thank
a
you, Signing.
banded guy. He's like, I want to play in this tournament too. Please
I
let me
know.
in.
Hey, I got my tier 1. I got my tier 1 medium. I'm ready to go.
Still need to get Cutter deeply over there on the right side.
Yep. You just got to swap Cutter and then we're good to go. And then we got to be close to drawing for another tank, right, Mr. Hells?
I was waiting for you guys for the launch of this, but let's do it now. Hashtag extra life. We're gonna do that here very shortly. Don't type it in yet. Here we go. Next tank, give it away. Dicker Max, tier 6 Dicker Max. This one, hashtag Rybot. Hashtag Rybot, and you get a Dicker Max.
That's a fun little tank. It's odd, but can be fun. All right. Let's do it.
Staff win a tank. That's a question.
I saw Payne got in the chat. Maybe you should give away the code to him. I'm sure he wants it.
Announce the winner here just very shortly.
All right.
Looks like both teams are going to push the 1-2 line.
Yeah, except on your 6 is going to have 2 guns out of the fight, not just 1.
True.
Now you see, does on your 6 commit to it? I think they're going to understand that they can't win that and not poke it. Well, look at my Tex getting melted. Nice focus fire by on your 6.
And I believe he got ammo racked as well, so he's definitely used his repair kit. Now, I like what they're doing. They put him at the back of the pack so they can keep that gun in the fight.
Well, on your 6 certainly did the right thing, they both did the right thing. by leaving the D4 back and on your 6 sitting there, and then UGCC kind of getting under their guns by getting above or against that. But their bat chat just got the other bat chat, or whatever the other, it was the other bat chat. And now UGCC could be hurting because they're down the mediums, so they're just going to run amok.
They are, and that tank advantage that they had in the 2 line is no longer there.
I like the play on your 6 mate. It was clean, where like the bat chat just went and did his thing, and the TVP clipped the heavies. And on your 6's bat chat allowed the TVP to do that by just keeping the bat chat off of them.
And now because of that, they have
Oh, my tech's got into a good spot though. On your 6 is in a crossfire now. They've got the high ground. At least until the mediums say something about it, right?
The mediums come back, right? Oh, and Kirkland takes big hits there from the Chieftain and the IS-7.
He got double tapped by the IS-7 and Chieftain.
And then Matex finally goes down. They let him live a little bit too long.
He was hanging on to the end though. He was not having it. He was going to pump his damage out till he was dead. See, now Patanji's not going to shoot the Chieftain. He's going to focus the low health tanks below to save his heavies, which was a good call.
That was a very good call.
And now the E4, the Jaws music plays. Oh,
taking hit points away is great, but removing guns from the fight is more important.
I like that. He's not going to go down without a fight. He's going to take somebody with him.
Well played by On Your 6.
That was an exciting match. I like seeing the low play, and I mean, like we had talked about, mediums can be a key on this map. And On Your 6 having 2 mediums certainly took a lot of pressure off those heavies by putting up the shots right in the beginning, getting rid of their medium. And I mean, look, that TVP did a lot of damage. He got a great spot.
All right, and I got a winner here. Over there for the drawing for the Dicker Max. So congratulations over there for On Your 6.
What was this?
And the winner of the Dicker Max, Tall Desert, 34-4-26. Congratulations, you're the winner of a Dicker Max.
Cool. And now, 7F versus Nightmare.
It's just a great lineup of teams tonight.
Oh, I completely agree. All these teams are just an absolute pleasure to watch, especially for a tournament like this. All these guys, very enjoyable. I like seeing people ready to play. They were waiting for the room to open.
Don't forget, guys, if you're watching the stream, go donate. I just donated 50, and if it hits 3,400 by the end of the stream, I will donate another 50.
There you go.
Very cool.
We're currently at $3,326, and it's up $200 since when we first started.
Oh, that's great.
Very cool.
That is amazing, Bill. Thank you for the update.
No problem.
Pat, do you think we can pull the green room teams?
Absolutely. The last 2 teams out of our 8 teams participating that'll be going into the green room now are NFTG and VGA.
All right. For them. You want to pull a map while we're waiting?
And the map for 7F and Nightmare will be Overlord.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, Overlord.
Ooh, all right. Overlord, a great map. And all right, guess what time it is already, guys?
Oh,
It's going by
don't say it.
fast. Another giveaway. Here we go. So this one here going to be for a Chinu Kai. So for the Type 3 Chinu Kai from the Japan. We're going to go ahead and do, let's do hashtag Thor. Hashtag Thor for the Chinu Kai.
hope people have been tuning in. A lot of the other streams that were going on earlier today were very good. I enjoyed a lot of them. There was some of the nice Q&As with the devs and such. Saw a lot of good questions asked. It's pretty cool to see them
And
do
then once
things
you go
like
ahead and
that.
do those intros.
Yep. Oh yeah. Just gotta pull it up here. All right. Sevenfold, or 7F, stemmed from the roots of the clan Precision Gaming, or PG, the most victorious clan in competitive World of Tanks console history. 7F was formed by Justin Ace, Kaiser von Krieg, and BR Tactics in late 2016 after PG tasted defeat for the first time in WCL Season 1. The defeat of PG in WCL 1 prompted not only a restructure, but also a change in management and ideology. 7F became a deadly combination of greats with a proven record of power and unique talent that had not been yet discovered. The four leaders of PG, Justin Ace, Kaiser von Krieg, Legacy Slays, and BR Tactics, combined with the three leaders of Locked and Loaded, Rupture Ninja, Genuine Jokers, and EK Gaming, create 7F's true team of champions. 7F entered WCL Season 2 with a ravenous appetite to take the crown back, and they achieved their goal. Perfection is said to be unattainable, but for 7F they strive for nothing less. And then Nightmare was founded a year ago this month. They have come a long way since their inception. They competed in WCL and make regular appearances on Wednesday night fights, earning their way into the Elite Gold Division. Nightmare is led by Pants on the Ground and his co-captains MVG and Jesus Crust. Again, we've said it a bunch, but seriously, cannot get enough of these teams. All of the teams are extremely exciting to watch. And when you see them play, you know you're going to get a good game. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. Now I wonder how the teams will play Overlord, because I do feel like lately Overlord hasn't been played as much as it has prior for the last WCL.
Yeah, I remember it being a new map for WCL, and it was put in. I like the map. The cap is at like what is it, like E3, E4, if I remember correctly, around there.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And so you don't see a lot of teams go beach. Occasionally they'll put one guy down there to spot to make sure the other team's not doing it. The zero line gets used for a place to sneak your mediums, and then that bowl in the middle can definitely be used to conceal mediums just running around, and can actually be a really, really good way to kind of queue up for a push. A lot of different strats.
A lot of action tends to happen either on the 9 line or the 4-5 line. It really depends on both teams' spawns, because the spawns are split between the beach and the far eastern border.
Yeah, because if you get like half the team spawns on the beach, half the team spawns on the top of the ramp, and depending on what tanks they are, if some of your slower tanks spawn on the beach, you're at a bit of you're delayed quite a bit to get to that 9-0 line, and so you a lot of the times have to kind of hold your mediums back from just gunning it over there because they've got no support. So a lot of the time you got to kind of they got to slow down, slow their roll.
All right, guys, I just got to come in here really fast. Winner of the Type 3 Chinu Kai. Congratulations to Martin. 39000. So Martin 39,000. Congratulations. You are the winner of a Type 3 Chinu Kai #Thor.
Nice. Japanese crew trainers. There's not a bunch of them. So you got to get them when you can. Yeah, see 7F going for all the gun depression because there's a lot of places to use it. They got their speed and whatnot, but those chieftains you can't get any better than that when it comes to gun depression. And then the 113 is very fast, so that can get anywhere you need it to go very quickly and early.
Yeah, seeing them pick that 113 has me believing that they have a very specific spot that they plan on putting that.
Yeah, because it doesn't really have gun depression, but it does have the good turret and the good gun and the speed. So they're not going to use it in the bowl, right? They got to put it somewhere on flat ground.
Right, so maybe that may even be something that they put on or around the flag.
That could be. Or the only other place they could use it would be that road by the 9 line. That's like the only other flat place would be that road through town on the 6 line or the 9 line. Well, I'm sure they're going to answer the question for us here very soon, right?
Yeah, let's see what spawn it actually receives.
That is true, yeah.
You know it won't be sitting back. It's not a sniping tank.
You got that right.
And and he has the furthest spawn possible for his team.
Yeah, if I had to pick though, if I was gonna have a heavy tank spawn beach, I'd much rather it be the 113 because it's
True.
the quickest tank to get out of it. The 57 heavy kind of hurts, but he actually got a pretty good spawn as far as the beach is concerned. Oh, see, now that's not that interesting. Yeah, they're just gonna go up to the next ramp, I think.
See if Nightmare takes advantage at all of having the extra tanks spawn up top. Sometimes if you do get that extra spawn and you have the speed up there, you can actually put in some early damage.
Yeah. I've certainly seen in matches like teams essentially just had a bad spawn and get a bunch of their tanks killed, because they didn't have heavy support. Like if 7F's 2 tanks up top tried to play really aggressively, there's a chance that, the 3 medium just smash them right off the bat, but I think they understand it's too risky of a play. And they're just kind of, using the bat chats for a little bit of vision.
Some
Both teams
spotting.
just trying to feel each other out,
Although
see where everybody is.
If Jesus doesn't end up spotting anyone from 7F close to him, he could actually push through and put himself in a flanking position.
Yeah, because 7F doesn't look like they're trying to play the 9-0 line. They're trying to head kind of towards cap, and they're on that ridge, which is designed for chieftains pretty much. It's like the perfect spot to put them. And then you see the 113 is going to push up because obviously he cannot play that ridge.
Right, it looks like he's going to fight just above the flag area.
Yeah. They might end up using him as kind of like, if you want to put damage into him, they have to overpeak to do it, and the chieftains punish it. Like almost like a bait scenario.
Strategy.
Oh, the bat chat trying to take a shot, but, snapshotting on the move.
I like how 7F has held their mediums back. It definitely does look like a bait strategy.
It does. It looks like what they're going to try to do is, like I had said, perhaps with 113 and chieftains, and you're not going to see the bat chats, and then once they get into an engagement or are locked into it, the bat chats are going to pop out right when you don't want them to. They're just going to kind of play and hang around and wait. And they're looking for, speculative sniping shots at the moment just because it keeps their guns in the game, but I think their real use is going to be to jump them once they get engaged.
Yeah, they're going to look and see, even if it doesn't end up being a bait, because Nightmare is experienced, they may not fall for it.
It looks like Nightmare is going to try to swing those 3 mediums around to flank like Asmodeus, and that's where the bat chats are designed to not let happen. Because if you don't spot them, and you think you've got a really good flank, and then all of a sudden you got 2 bat chats clipping you, that's going to sting. But they're swinging Jesus way out wide. Yeah, everybody just kind of,
It looks like he's going to run into Genuine. Genuine needs to be careful because he's actually...
Yeah, he forced a reload.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And where he's at, he's not getting spotted by anyone.
And he does
doesn't
not
know Jesus is there.
Yeah, he has no idea. Nobody does. He got there unspotted. I'm sure that's going to catch him by surprise.
Oh, and now he's
Jesus
spotted.
is right there.
He may take damage right now.
Yeah, Nightmare might actually have shots on that. They do. Oh, it hits him. Hits the track, no damage. He got lucky with that one. And 7F doesn't have shots on Jesus because there's that house in the way. But now Jesus has relatively the side of the chieftain. I don't think they're perfect shots, but it's something.
Both teams playing very patient. 7F, though, is really just waiting for this 57 heavy and bat chat to get around.
Right.
They may recognize an overmatch over here. They may be able to push that chieftain, the 57, and the bat chat at MVG.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing the 57 heavy do is just try to put the clip out and just, soften these guys up a little bit for the push. And once he loads, maybe he'll start trying to move into a position to get more aggressive. But I think like 7F's just trying to kind of bleed them where they can before they commit to anything too dangerous to make sure they've got, not enough hit points to hold up against a push. The guys in the bowl have to be careful.
Yeah, these
They're being hit
chieftains
from a
are
lot of
bleeding.
angles. Yeah. The 57 Heavy's coming around an Asmo, but there's a Bat Chat. He's on reload.
Oh.
Designed to stop just that.
Jesus may take another 1 or 2 hits here. Okay, he gets out half health. Pants on the ground goes down. This is where you're going to see 7F start to make a real move here. They have a large hit point advantage and now tank advantage. You got a Bat Chat on both sides of Nightmare's team.
Yeah, like I said, that's what Joker's was there for the whole time, was to like make it seem like, hey, the mediums can come in and flank, and as soon as they try, he's there to deny it. And he had Audacity out there, but he, swung around to go and like kind of bolster the weaker flank. But I think that was a really good spot where Joker's was to counter something like that. It certainly was kind of a bait strategy, and then they just used the chieftains to take hit points where they could. And, as soon as they get a significant enough advantage, they can just kind of go in for the kill.
Well played.
All right, well played.
Sevenfold. That is, I do feel as though Sevenfold has a lot more experience on that map, and it did show there.
Yeah, it very well might have been one of those maps they really like to practice. But thank you to Nightmare for coming out again. Can't say enough good things about them. Same with you, GCC. Both just great teams. We appreciate immensely you guys coming out and playing. Because if you guys weren't here, we'd just be a bunch of guys talking at each other, and nobody wants to watch that. So, I believe it's VGA versus NFTG now, and hells, it's almost time for a code, right?
Yep, it's right now. I was just waiting for you guys to do it. All right, here we go. This is going to be for an American T14. Let's see who's going to be the winner for this American T14 tank. This one here, this code is going to go hashtag Pain God. Hashtag Pain God. Get you a T14 American heavy tank.
Now, do either of you guys have that tank? Because I do not.
I do have the T14. It's a fun little tank.
Wasn't it introduced for one of the founder packs, like out of beta? Wasn't that one of the tanks?
That was a tank out of a founder pack. It's awesome, but you gotta take advantage of the frontal armor on the tank, and you gotta really aim with that tank too. The initial gun and the regular standard ammo isn't all that great.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have one. I've seen them around enough. I just remember them being a founders pack thing. Them, and I think there was 2 different founder packs you could buy that had different tanks in them. Something like that.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure which one was what, one was the other. It's been so long.
Yeah, yeah, that actually is a long time ago.
I was gonna say I'm not even sure if I got it in a pack or if I just bought it on its own.
Yeah, I'm being informed the other tank was the T23 in the Founders Pack bundle. Pat, would you like to pull the map pick? Well, I guess you don't really need to pull it. Just kind of tell. Pretty sure there's only...
Yeah,
no,
just a second. You need a map pick for this. It will be Ensk.
Ensk. Oh, nice. Yes. I like that map. Now, I would like to see how we saw the 113s the last time. I feel like the 113 could use the tracks really well, how there's like the rail cars that are lower that they can shoot over. The 113 is like built for that. It's got, the good turret and is very fast to zip up and down that line.
I'm not sure if we'll see that or if I feel like we're gonna see a lot of heavy armor in this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think they're gonna take advantage of the hit points of the E100 and the armor of the E100s. Maybe we will actually see the IS-7 again.
Yeah. The only reason why I said the IS-7 for those tracks is one of the times when I played recently, a team did that, and with some of the higher pen heat rounds, like on the American Heavies, you can pen the upper plate actually when it's behind that track rail car. So I'm going to read the team profiles, and then you can draw the winner, okay, Hells?
Okay, sounds great. And then I'm gonna it's time to hand it over to the WCL guys after you guys are done doing the intros.
All right. NFTG has
Oh,
competed
you guys
in
are welcome
all...
to finish this battle. We've got you set for the first 4 battles, so roll with it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin.
All right.
All right. NFTG has competed in all but one WCT and WCL event, only missing one event, WCT2, which filled its 32 available slots in less than an hour. In all of these events, NFTG has only been eliminated by 2 teams, PG and 7F and Immortals. In 2016, NFTG won their first competitive title in the National World of Tanks League. In the WarGaming's most recent tournament, the October Skirmish, NFTG finished second. NFTG has been very active with Wednesday night fights since the beginning and continue to help build interest in competitive tanking. One of our very own, Mr. Hellscat, is actually an NFTG member. So, again, shout out to Hellscat. And then VGA, Velocity Gaming Association, was founded on the Stoic motto, we respect, we reflect, and we are relentless. They respect the privilege to play against teams who encourage them to learn in order to become better. They reflect on the mistakes they make so they can correct them in the future. And most importantly, they are relentless in their passion to enjoy the game that we all love. As a part of the World of Tanks console community, they hope to continue to provide a place for our current kin to evolve, as well as new future tankers to flourish. Very good. Now, VGA is also a bit newer of a team. Again, very active. We know them well. But NFTG is another one of those clans that has been around for a while.
Very experienced.
Yeah, they've got to be very close to them since clans were a thing. They're an experienced team, most certainly.
I do respect VGA, though. They've always been willing to play against anyone that is willing to face them, regardless of an experience gap or not. VGA always shows up and puts up a strong fight.
Yeah, VGA, in a similar vein to how we were talking about On Your 6 and UGCC, they have been absolutely cannot get enough matches. They can't play enough. They love to practice, so they play a lot, which, I mean, is incredible to watch, right? They get much better. It's very cool to watch teams increase drastically in skill, like, over the weeks of watching them play. And like Nerve said, they'll play anybody. They have no qualms about, even if the team is better than them and they know it, let's play. Because they understand that helps
Time
them.
really fast here. I just want to say the winner of the
Yeah,
T14.
sorry.
Congratulations to Suicidal Blues. Suicidal Blues, you are the winner of a T14 United States Heavy Tank. Congratulations.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, maybe I'll end up picking one of those tanks up one day. Looks like a fun little thing. If NFTG has all their guys, they're probably good to pick tanks, right?
Yeah, they may only be showing up with.
I don't see an NFTG
7.
person in Discord.
Really?
No kidding.
What's going on here?
Interesting.
Well, they knew to be here.
Hellscat, we're gonna need you to do your thing.
Okay, no problem. I will get them a invite as soon as possible, I guess. Do I have permission to even...
Is maybe Sniff My Wagon actually just showing?
No, Sniff is in the
on,
Discord. Sniff is in the Discord. I
but
see
he
him.
isn't. But he is not online.
That is true.
Nor
He's showing
is
us offline, though. I don't see him actually online.
right, and he's not actually in the lobby either. So that doesn't help.
Well, at least his guys knew to show up. That's appreciated that they're here.
Yeah, so Signing Planes has called for them to start picking tanks, but neither team has started yet. I don't know what the comms issue.
Drunk Iosco needs to have the invite.
Okay, all right.
Is anyone online from VGA? Actually, yeah, they have a couple people.
You
Don't
could
they?
try the good old Xbox Live message, I suppose. I think Dampus Duck is the leader of VGA. He's usually the guy. So, I mean, if you just message them both on Xbox Live instead of pick tanks, or if one team starts to pick, I think the other team would catch on. But yeah, I don't know if we'd gotten to discuss it, but with like how ENSC usually plays out is teams almost never take more than one medium. That's essentially all they'll ever need, right? They usually just spot, the 9-0 line, and then a lot of hit points and big guns go to the town and just slug it out until somebody wins. It can be, a pretty fun fight to watch.
While we're waiting for one
Yeah,
more,
sir.
it's that time any which way. Let's go ahead and get ready to do. This is a really, really, really good code. This one would be for a T127 tank plus 7 days of prem and 500,000 silver. So this is
nice.
this one's a good one, guys. All right, so because it is special, this one here will be hashtag extra life. Hashtag extra life will get you the T127 tank, 7 days of premium, and 500,000 silver. Congratulations to whoever wins.
That is pretty cool. That's a nice one. You got a lot of stuff there in that package. Very cool.
NFTG has actually gone ahead and picked. I'm not sure if we got a hold of them or not, but maybe they realized that they weren't in communication with us, and they just
Yeah, I
took
got
the
a private
initiative.
message through to Strunk, so he's.
Oh, okay.
They're on there. They're all. Both teams are getting it done.
All right.
Perfect.
Guys, don't forget to donate. That is what this is all about. Make sure to click on the link. It's been put in the Twitch chat quite a few times now. We're at $3,326, and if it gets to 3,400 by the end of our stream for WarGaming, then I will donate another 50.
I'll donate. And if we do that, we'll go ahead and move on to the me. I'll add in another 25, so that'd be combined 75.
Do you want to wait to the end of this game to pick the winner there, Mr. Hills?
Actually, we'll go ahead and roll that out right now. Winner. Here we go. I got to pull up my list. There it is. Winner for the nice packaging of what we got here is going out to Ice Frogger 1313.
I reckon isn't that guy an Immortals guy?
That's an Immortals.
Yeah, I recognize that guy's gamer tag. Congratulations.
Way to go, Ice Frogger.
I don't know him, but I've seen him around. I don't know him personally.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I don't know them, so that's cool. It just
I hadn't recognized the other ones, but for some reason
my random name generator here. So
yeah,
Frogger was one of the crucial members of my Panda team in the last WCL.
That's very cool. Glad you know him. Make sure you tell him congratulations for winning this code. But yeah, you see, neither team play in the field. They're just not going to do it. They have no reason to.
I'm surprised
that's actually extremely common.
Tried to actually spot the tracks. Often because of the size of this map, you can get some early spots and try and put in free damage as the other team crosses the tracks.
For you guys to know, this is a rematch. This is a grudge match. VGA beat NFTG for that skirmish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. When I was reading the thing, NFTG said they placed second in it. VGA was the team that took first.
Correct.
Oh, we've got.
Oh, that's very cool. Nice so this has a little bit of weight to it.
I'm curious to see where VGA puts that Jagdpanzer E100.
Preferably in somewhere can surprise somebody and make them cry after they get hit for 1,000.
Right, one of those moments when you turn the corner and you go, "Oh man, I didn't realize that was there."
Yeah, can I take that back? Can I have a redo?
We need to see Trudeau Blue protect those last hit points that he has. He needs to keep his gun in this game while his team finishes positioning themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, and iSample takes a big shot
Oh,
there.
my dude getting a hit for 1140 by the Yag. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that was the corner you didn't
Yes.
want to turn.
Yeah, he was setting up, and my dude went to cross to get with his guys. It looks like they're gonna try to push, get the cross, and the Yag was like, "Here, hold this for me." That stung a bit. Yeah, it looks like NFTG is gonna push around a little bit, try to get in a bit of a flank.
I'd like to see this E100. Oh, and that is some big damage in the dampest duck as he comes around
Yeah.
the corner. And
He got tapped by the
Nate is
57
not
heavy
done with
and the
him.
E100. Oh, Sinister's gonna shield. Good stuff. Keep his gun
That was a
alive.
smart move. Smart move.
Yeah, you need him. The Yag's trying to get involved again. He's loaded. He's trying to make somebody else's day just as bad.
I'm not sure. I missed how iSample got to where he is there, but
He ran in
looks
there. I think it was a bad fail on an attempt.
Oh man,
the YOLO. Okay, now the interesting thing here is though is now you have an E100 stuck behind the Yaguru.
well, you just saw the weakness of the Yag. Like he tried to get around that corner, and because it's a very limited gun arc, when he got tracked, he couldn't actually put his gun on target, and they just pinned him there. And so he didn't get a shot off right there, even though he was loaded. That's one of the reasons why, like we had talked about, the E4 is such a strong tank, is because it will most likely not have problems like that because it's got the 90-degree traverse.
It looks like NFTG just methodically maneuvered themselves around VGA and put them in the trap.
VGA kind of got stuck in this city block, and you'll see that on Ensk occasionally. It's easy to get. It's very tight, and when they're not using super maneuverable tanks like a Mouse and E100, you can kind of get stuck in areas, and then once NFTG realized they kind of had them, then it's just a matter of putting tanks around them to seal it up.
Absolutely. That is also another reason, though, as well, why when you have that north spawn, you generally have someone in that little C building by the 5 line so that you can prevent them from coming around on you.
Right.
But well played by both teams.
I agreed. That was good. Now it's just kind of up to the next two teams to play. I certainly don't think anybody can complain about these matches, though. When we said they were all going to be good ones, they certainly have been all very fun.
So, where are we at on the donations?
We are currently at, let me do a little refresh here. We are still at 3,326.
Well, why am I seeing 3,351 then?
About to say, somebody needs to do some math there.
I just refreshed it, all right?
So
Yeah,
did
better
I, but it
refresh.
said 3,351.
I had a poorly timed refresh, okay? I refreshed it and you are correct.
I think your ISP just took the $25 there and was like, I'll take that, thank you very much.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and make our broadcast switch here.
Yep.
Anarchy,
And we're out of here. We'll be back in an
so
hour.
much.
We're leaving you guys in very capable hands.
And I look forward to hearing you guys joining us at the round table after these next 4 battles are over.
Yes, sir. I will be there. I'm going to go step away for the time being, but good luck to the teams that are playing. I'm sure the matches will continue to be fun.
Enjoy a drink. You sound like you need it. You have a slight
Don't
dry
worry.
throat. Talking a lot. Yeah.
First,
Enjoy having better internet than Nerve when it comes to refreshing, apparently.
That should be easy.
All right, so it's also time to give away another code.
I was going to say, how many codes have we given away so far?
As of so far, we have
4?
given away 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on schedule then. Not quite time to get away.
Well,
Another
9:15 was
Yep.
the.
Was the 5th, yeah.
Well, 9:15 your time. I mean,
So we're on schedule. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and get the teams. We have 4 teams that have all won, and none of them know who they're going to play next. So let's put those 4 winning teams back in the bowl.
We have Immortals, Sevenfold, On Your Six, and NFTG.
So the teams that need to go into the game room there with signing planes, the extra life room, are Immortals
2.
and NFTG.
Nice.
The other 2 teams, you go to the green room, please. On your 6 and 7F to the green room, please.
Alrighty. So I'm not going to do any introductions for the teams. I mean, that was already done by Anarchy. Good job on that, by the way. So
Agreed.
what we are going to see.
So we've got we're up to
What
date
map
on
are we
our,
playing on anyway?
Go ahead and announce what the next giveaway is going to be, and we'll give it away after the battle. How does that sound?
Okay, I can do that. Next giveaway. I am going to completely botch this, guys. It is awesome, but here we go for the next giveaway. It's a 105 LEF H 18B2 French tank.
AKA Lefty or the Pumpkin Chucker.
The flea or something like that. I.e., very annoying to get hit by.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
If
Tier 5
you're
French
a
artillery.
hashtag not a fan of artillery, then that is your absolute worst nightmare. So if you are a fan of artillery, you want that thing.
Yeah. So this one, hashtag, we're going to do it again because she's awesome and she was wearing the cat paws and ears. Hashtag Rybot.
Hashtag robot. I keep forgetting to put that in.
Oprah's lobbying that we do a hashtag Oprah for one of them.
Oh, and this should have been the one, too.
There's more to come.
There will be.
All right, so we have, it looks like Immortals are all in the lobby. I'm not seeing all the NFTG guys yet.
There's one on the other side.
Yes.
So thank you again, Signing Planes, for handling the lobbies. Thank you, Hell's Cat, for streaming this. And thank you, Nerve and Anarchy, for dealing with commentation for the past hour. And thank you, everyone, for your donations for Extra Life. And for joining us on the stream. Chat, having a good time. Helping us give away all this cool stuff. So y'all donate to hashtag Extra Life.
And it looks like they're just about in. I count 7 NFTG guys in there. Yeah, I can't say enough about the charity that this is done for. When we get later on after the battles are over, I'll share some of my personal stories with Children's Hospital in Seattle here. They are a wonderful place and a charity that I am more than willing to support.
Yeah, you were saying that you had a lot of personal stuff along with the charity. So,
yeah, we'll talk about that later when we have time to really kind of go into it. For now, we're just waiting for these teams.
well, it looks like
Gronk tells
NFTG
me
has
that his
enough
team
in.
is coming now. I see 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
map.
yeah.
I have not selected a map yet, have I?
No,
the
you
map
haven't.
Is Ruinberg Winter.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, should be
NFTG
good.
versus Immortals on Ruinberg Winter. This should be a good fight.
Oh, we got some strong players showing. Stang, Volto, Smil.
All right, as soon as I see the room update with the right map.
Let's go. Yeah, Rick. Miaido. Yep, a lot of good players.
Yep.
Get mine signing. Swiss lobby. Damn it, it didn't work. There's a strange one in there as well. Yep.
I'm sure Signing Planes will kick out the extras people
There
there as they
we
pop
go.
in. He's been on top of that all night long.
So where's the cap on this one actually? Is that
Yep.
one up on 9-0 line?
I believe so, yes. And it looks like the teams are all in, so Signing Planes can get that pick started anytime he wants now.
Nice.
You guys ready for the winner?
Oh, absolutely.
Of the 105 LEFH 18B2 is Falcon Fighter 2. Congratulations,
Nice.
Falcon Fighter 2.
Congratulations. There we go.
All right, they have been tagged in Discord to start picking their tanks. Now, for those that are watching, there's a delay because in the garage, it takes some time to process the garage for the system to actually make their selection and get it loaded into the screen that you're watching on camera there. So we'll see how fast it takes for them to actually show up. I know my garage, I have a lot of tanks. I have over 450 tanks in my garage, and so it can take 20 seconds or so for it to load fully.
That was a wrong invite. I need.
I Hesh, your mom is on the wrong side of the lobby. If we could get that attended to.
And I just want to say the next giveaway, which will be in about 7 minutes, this one here will be a World of Tanks shirt. So that will be coming up in about 7 minutes.
Oh man, I want a shirt.
Oh, can't have it. Only stream staff.
That's okay. Raybird already gave me one.
Darn it.
One of the things to let the viewers know is what we're seeing here in this event is this is the old school way that we used to run tournaments. As you can see, it has a lot of manual labor involved. It has a lot of coordination involved, communication between everybody to get everybody into the right place, to get tanks selected and all that stuff. Now, if you can imagine what the work you're seeing us go through to run an 8-team event here, then multiply that to the last WCL season we ran that had 144 teams. And you can get an idea just how much workload we have to make one of these events come to fruition. It is a lot. During the season, it's almost like having a second full-time job.
Oh yeah. There were times. Too many hours put into it.
Yep. Thankfully, I have a patient wife.
Thankfully, I didn't have a relationship at that time. It helps.
Have one more tank to have picked there. Look, they've got all 7 on both sides. All right. Let's get this battle
going.
started.
All right. So yeah, I was right. So yeah, on the 9-0 line in that little town, there is that cap circle. Oh, I forgot to look at the tanks which were selected. Could have been given my predictions of what would have happened.
We'll see that shortly.
Yeah, we'll get there. Not used to it again. It's been a while. It's been a while since WCL 2. Oh. All right, Immortals go with 2 T57 heavies, 2 IS7s, 2 Batjets, and an E4.
An NFTG going with a pair of E5s, a T57 heavy, an IS7, 2 Batchat 25s, and a 110 E4.
So they're both going with 2 Batjets, giving them mobility and spotting. Should be interesting. Those will probably go up towards the flag and have everyone else probably going more towards the EF3 area. But we're already seeing Sir Tubbs and that E4 going up to the east side.
Well, Immortals, they're a little bit more autoloader heavy, and it's interesting, they went with the IS7s as their heavy armor, while NFTG went with the E5. That's actually a really interesting debate now that the IS7 has been buffed as to which one is better now.
Yeah, those hit points do make a huge difference.
They do.
looks like Immortals had a bit of a communication derp there. As Abiatakalo first went with the heavy NTD group. Now it's fallen back towards Smill.
Interesting too what Immortals is doing with their bat chats. We've got a
Seeing two
little bit
bat
of
chats.
a iron rod and a velvet glove back there, I think.
We're also seeing the two bat chats flanking around for NFTG. They're looking into town, hoping to not find some heavy shells.
Yeah, that is one of the IS-7's big advantages over the E5 is it has more alpha. So if they end up trading blow for blow, the IS-7's gonna win that battle.
Oh my god, I cannot believe it. See it. Dead End should be seeing Smill come
There
in
are
there.
some shots go. Yeah,
There they go. They're both bad chats spot each other.
2v2 bat chats in town while all the heavy armor's out in the field. This is like just the opposite of the way random battles fill out. Random battles, you see the bat chats going out into the field and the heavy armor
Absolutely.
going there towards F2.
Absolutely. NFTG now has slightly the upper hand because of being on the cap and to being full health.
That's right. And in a counter battle like this, that cap timer, it can really make the difference in the game. Choosing just how much pressure to put on the other team and forcing them to show their hand and to make their move.
Nice shot by Iosko into Stang, taking out a little bit of hit points away.
I can't wait to see what this looks like in 4K next week.
And Seba, even though it's 3:30 a.m. where I am, and you, no, sorry, no sleep for the wicked.
Yeah,
Oh look,
thanks.
see Dead Ends. He's getting clipped. It's 2 shots. Oh, he got away just in time to avoid a lot more damage. Here's Nate.
Yeah, NFTG's really
Oh,
got
he poked
Immortals
out
in
a
the
bit
pickle
too
here.
much.
Ouch.
He's gonna. Oh, no, that's firefighting on his crew.
Yeah, we're seeing two really good veteran teams here. You can see in their patience, and Immortals didn't want to have to push that fast, but they let NFTG get that cap timer down. They had to.
Dead End's gonna be down here any sec. There he goes. Smill taking him out. Good flank. Maybe out of call is on reload. Nate giving chase.
Yeah, Void Walker had a big bounce from Mido a second ago.
Oh. Jakob Delham will fall in 2 seconds. Good job by NFTG taking him out there.
Wow.
Finishing him off. Sergeant Rick hanging on by a thread there.
2-2.
And he gets taken down by Sniper. Nice
Ouch.
shot. Keyholing
So that
that
means
part.
Immortals now has more guns in the fight, but NFTG still has more health. So this is going to be close, guys.
Well,
This is exactly the kind of
has
battle these two
autoloaders.
teams are famous for having.
A lot of it. Kamyak getting double tapped by both bat chats. A lot of shots missed.
Wow.
His engine is now out. And he is down.
Yeah, it looks like Immortals is going to end
They
up on
just-
top of this. Way to come back, Immortals. They were in a
Stang is
hole and
are
they
you-
dug themselves out.
There's a lot of one shots. But it's 1 for 1. And the ammo rack kill on way too easy for you two.
Way to go, Immortals, and thank you so much, NFTG. You're not done yet. You still have a third place battle to play here after the next fight. So don't go anywhere.
And good job to both teams.
That was a nerve-wracking battle if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
Immortals just came out and wrecked there. in the end. Just all of a sudden, boom, 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 it all just came together for them with one-shot tanks.
Yeah,
Left
they
themselves on
practice
the
that kind of
one-shots as
thing, all
well.
right?
It feels as though one autoloader could have made the difference there for NFTG if they had done that. Replace one E5 with a T57 Heavy, for instance.
So it's time.
Time?
Time for another giveaway.
There you go.
Damn. Time flies.
Yes. Yes.
Especially when you're giving away stuff.
Oh, absolutely. But let's not give away all the goods. Let's give some to the kids.
Well, here we go. This is going to be for a World of Tanks t-shirt. Or shirt, sorry. Didn't mean to put the T in front of it. So shirt. So with this one, we're going to go with a little bit of a hashtag Skeletor. Or we'll just call it hashtag Thor. Hashtag Thor.
All right, so this map is going to be Sand River.
Nice. I love South River. For public matches, for competitive, it's just, I like it. The dunes, the undulations, the cap placements. It's, in my opinion, one of the more balanced maps in the game.
It is. I've watched so many battles on this map, and it's one of the maps that really gives the teams a chance to maneuver, to use spotting and kind of fencing tactics to really try to outmaneuver and outposition the other guys. And it's really, when you see a good team play this map well, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the oldest maps in the game. So everyone knows it, especially these top level teams.
Signing planes, it looks like you've got one of the 7F guys on the left side of the lobby. You might want to push him over to the other side with the rest of his team. And as soon as you do that, you can get them started picking their tanks.
FYI, King Baka, he used to be in 7F. Just a little background information. Wayside Bat, you see on your 6. And then FTG, or FTG, and a TNG guy. Ex-TNG. I mean, this may not be teams that everyone watching the stream knows, but yeah, this is the competitive scene of World of Tanks. It's not that big of a community. Everyone knows everyone, basically.
On your 6 may be a newer team in its present form, but a lot of these guys have been around for a while. HM8, I mean, he's helped us out before,
Even on staff,
and
yeah.
so he's been involved in the community for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we have a Durchbruchwagen 2 on 7F's team from Fall from Grace.
Yeah, their signing planes Fall from Grace needs a kick there.
I don't think 7F would appreciate him replacing one of their guys.
No, they'd be like, what?
All right, so we're seeing a 143 Chieftains again from 7F.
Wow, 3 bat chats on your 6.
That's also good mobility.
Yes, it is.
Dragon, and 2 Chieftains as well.
Meanwhile, Mad Hatter's over there looking at the DW2 meta and thinking that might be viable at some point.
You never know.
Just need one more tank from each team.
It's like the little the when you go paintballing, you put one of the guys in the bunny suit. It's a huge distraction. You're not going to see the other guy sniping in the corner.
They're not going to be glad for the DW2 kill. You're going to get smacked by an E5. It's like, what?
Well, or clipped by a bat chat while you're trying to hit that DW2. But yeah, it's not really a fast moving tank, so it'll be short lived. But hey, it's got to do something.
Okay, we have 7 on both sides. Go ahead and get this battle started.
Well, I'll take this very short time. to go ahead and announce the winner of this one. The winner of the shirt coming from World of Tanks, JFast 910.
Congrats, Jay
Okay.
Fast. I know he's been here since way early this afternoon and has been waiting to earn something.
Well, good job for him then. His patience has paid off. All right, so I'll go ahead and read off on your sixes tanks this time. A trio of Bat Chats, an IS-7, a 110 E5, and a pair of Chieftains.
And my boys from 7F running a 140, 2 Bat Chats, and 4 Chieftains. Oh my
Wow.
god, the DPM.
This will be interesting.
Nice. Oh, we are seeing them going. On your 6 setting up on the normal east side spawn position, up on top of that little edge. Or on a flag position for the regular standard battle.
Looks like on your 6 is bringing all their heavies right up toward the spawn.
I think they're going to use the gun depression mostly to work that little middle angle.
Work the
Next to-
backside of the capture point.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep, Batangi's going there.
I'm curious then if the IS Cutter Deeply's staying back to kind of do flank duty. Wonder if the E5 is going to go to the other flank, or if he's going to stay there in the middle.
We got 3 Bat Jets posting up.
Yep, Genuine Jokers is keeping him honest there.
Yeah, well, if Genuine gets lit up now, he is dead within seconds.
He
If
got
he's
lit up.
unlucky. He saw a shot come in. That'll give him
He
information.
got out in time, it looks like. So the position there, that ramp that those chieftains came up to the base, that and its opposing ramp just about 50 meters there or 100 meters to their left, those two ramps are vital in random play. So many players don't know that. And from there, you can spot almost the entire map.
Rupture Ninja lit up there. Got shot.
Ooh.
Jamie Joker's just taking up the little bottom corner of that cap circle just to make it stop.
Yep. Question is now, can Cutter get up there and deny that position? Fortunately, he's got to deal with Maximos out there, so he can't really do it without getting punished for it.
Cutter has a good position there, but he has no shots back at
And
anything
he has no
there.
support. If he gets pushed on, he's dead.
It's waiting basically to see if 7F recognizes the overmatch.
Yeah, Virality and
Looks like
Asmo
on your
are
6
kind
is
of
already
moving in
on
that
it.
direction.
Yeah. Giving him the backup that he may need.
The trades have been pretty even so far. On your 6 is showing that they've got some patience. And for those that aren't really familiar with this game, patience is one of the things that really separates higher ranked players from the average players.
I'm trying to see why Audacity is still
Ooh.
sitting in that corner.
Looks like Cutter got a hit into Maximos there.
Yeah, he's getting paid in return. Here's the Bat Chat showing up. They're going to be focusing on
Yep.
Maximos. He's got to get moving. He's as good as dead.
We'll see if he can get out of this alive or not.
Nope.
Nope, that didn't take long.
Good
Now, how do
focus
those
by
bat
Honor
chats
6.
get out of there without getting themselves pinned?
Well, they do have 3 bat chats, so. Oh, a missed shot by Asmodeus. And there.
Well, I have to hand it
Firelli
to
does
on your 6.
hit his
Being able
shot.
to get a tank ahead against 7F, that's a minor victory in and of itself.
Yeah, but look at the hit points.
Yeah, definitely 7F has a little bit of a health advantage, but it's not
10%.
that much. Ouch.
And growing.
Now, yeah.
King Baka caught there. Genuine Joker's going for the
With
reload.
that crossfire, now that they've got Audacity out there, he's punishing him from the backside.
But he's getting punished in return as well. On half his health. Yep. On your 6, first taking out the mediums, taking out vision.
Yep.
Our dragon got spotted by Audacity.
Ooh.
Nice shot by one of on your 6 guys on him.
Oh, yep, they flushed out Audacity.
Mm-hmm. He's getting the frig out of there. The Tangy on a 1-shot. Wayside on half health. King Bak on reload.
Interesting. Asma's moving up over into that position where Maximos died.
Yeah, well, they know the bat chats are
Well, they
going
know
around
2 of them
after. Yeah, well, Baka getting.
King Baka's unaware. He's gonna up there. He just got spotted.
No, he needs to get out of there.
Yep.
He's
Looks
on
like he made it
reload.
to cover in time, just barely.
Genuine Joker's getting hammered.
Ooh, and he goes
And
down.
he is down.
2
Tangy
tank
took the last
advantage
little
against
shot there.
7F. I haven't seen that in a long time.
And they've pulled back the hit point advantage. It's now almost dead even. Kaiser von Krieg
Wow.
falls.
I've got to hand it to on your 6. This has been really solid play.
They are using their mobility.
Yep.
There goes Asmodeus. Cutter deeply takes the final shot at him.
4-0 against 7F. I don't think I've ever seen a team do that before.
That is a scary thought.
This is astounding. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I don't think 7F can either.
Well,
They're
on
probably
your
in shock
6,
right now.
like on your 6, I mean, they went 6 months going against the Immortals, DP, all the top, other than 7F. They went 6 months undefeated.
Wow. Clearly, they are a rising team.
King Baka, a 1-shot. Cutter deeply, a 1-shot. Patangi, a 1-shot. On your 6 is keeping their tanks alive very, very well.
Yes, but if 7F figures out a way to press that, they can even up the score real fast.
There
See,
goes King Baka.
Yeah.
14 seconds left on the cap clock. Cutter deeply, it's spotted, puts a shot on
Virality's pushing.
and takes him out as well.
Yep.
Varelli gets tracked. Crooklyn taking heavy damage. 7.
Ooh, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
4.
There's too much
3.
distance to cover.
2.
He might make the
He's going to
circle.
get there in time. He's there in
Oh,
time.
1 second left. Doesn't get much closer than that.
Now he needs a reset. And Crooklyn coming in around from the back, from behind. That's one
On your
reset.
6 just ordered a push. They're like, let's end
Yep.
this.
But they're missing a lot of shots.
Bounced off the
Wayside Bat
station
now
as well
taking
there.
heavy damage. Who's going to get the reload?
Okay, there
Wayside
he
Bat
goes.
does. It's only
Audacity's a
Rupture
1
Ninja.
shot. And I think Rupture, yep.
There goes Rupture. Taken up by H.H. Kirkland in the bat chat.
Yep. So there's no time to cap. Audacity is running away. So what's going to happen then is on your 6 will get the win off of more kills. That's the tiebreaker
that's
that the
a-
system goes to.
Obvious one.
Awesome job on your 6. That was quite
Wow,
impressive.
And then
So-
here's the funny thing: the team that actually broke the record of the 6 months of all this was NFTG.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Okay, so 7F and NFTG now will play in the battle for the 3rd place.
Well played, both teams. Nail
Which
biter.
means Immortals and On Your 6 can go into the green room to await the finals. Tell 7F to stay in there.
Yet again, this is all for the extra life. So definitely make your donations to that great charity.
There you go. Go ahead and kick on. There you go. They're leaving.
7F could use some extra life right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have.
Okay, now we just got to get NFTG in there. That was that was definitely the surprise battle of this event.
And a good one at that.
Oh yeah, very well played, guys. That was awesome. My hat's off to you.
And it's time for another code.
All right, what do
Again.
we got this time?
Dang.
Up now, T50-2.
No.
Rascal.
No, you're not giving that away. You're giving that to me. I need that now. Just kidding.
I'll take
I'm
that over
kidding.
here, thank you.
So if you want to win it, here we go for the T50-2 hashtag Pain God.
Okay, our map for the 3rd and 4th place match will be Prokhorovka,
Ooh.
which by default, since there's only one map left in the pool, means that our final, our championship game after this between Immortals and On Your 6 will be on Mirovanka.
Vanka. Nice maps as well.
These are both classic maps that have had many, many, many competitive battles fought on them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Sand River wasn't always in the rotation, but Prokhorovka?
Yep.
It
Well,
has.
everyone's in the room, so signing planes, you can go ahead and have them start picking their tanks.
Isn't 7F missing one person?
I see 7.
They had 8. There we go. No, that's
No,
so
that's
random. Who are we missing? Wasn't Ghost of Jira there?
Don't recall.
I think we are missing one, but they got 7. That's what counts.
I'm just checking with them. Can we do a hashtag first place for Immortals? Someone said
Hashtag RIP7F.
So
XGN.
here's a
Give
hashtag
it
for
to
you. Hashtag the series is tied up between On Your 6 and the Immortals. They have both played each other 6 times. It's 3-3.
Wow.
That's a long hashtag.
Too long.
Did we do a hashtag Oprah yet?
No, we should though.
Go ahead and do that one.
Well,
Hashtag Vanilla Oprah.
Yep.
We're doing one. We have to do that one for another giveaway. We'll do that one
I got one lined up for her. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
at some point.
I think I know what you
for that one. I saved a
Why is
special one
nobody?
for Vanilla Oprah, which will be here later on this evening. That one will be an the FCM 50T. So that's going to be coming up here sometime soon.
Amazing tank. If you know how to play the FCM 50T really well, you'll know to use its tracks to your advantage. You can side scrape in a French tank with no armor.
And then
There we go. We finally started to get a tank.
It's the most annoying thing to shoot at ever.
Those tracks are just immense. Just
It's French. Why isn't it going through?
exactly.
Yeah, you bounce more off the side than you do off the front with that tank. That's for sure.
It's just one of those weird ones.
And then the winner for the T-50-2, the USSR tank, goes out to Apache Native.
Congratulations. Look at that. Audacity pulling out the Kranwagen.
You got it already, huh?
Yep.
He's just showing off now.
So,
I've got my Swedish lines both up to tier 4, and then I've been playing my Primo Victoria. Just realized that with the crews you can buy in the store, you can actually end up with a total between the earn op and the options in the store, you can end up with 13 Sabaton band member crews.
oh my god.
You can have almost your entire Swedish garage filled by the Sabaton band.
But the Sabat. Wow.
Did we get better in-game music though? That's the question.
Well, they actually have the band members' voices, which is kind of cool. It's kind of got the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing going on. They also have some lines that the other tank crews don't have, which keeps it a little fresh.
The lead singer for them is actually a really cool guy. Saw him play at Gamescom's Germany.
Cool.
Humoristic.
Yeah, they're coming here to Seattle shortly. I'm tempted to get a ticket just because I looked at their songs and it's right up my alley. I was always a big Iron Maiden fan because they do a lot of songs that are based on historical battles and whatnot. And to see a band that basically exclusively does that, I thought that was pretty cool.
Well,
they are doing the U.S. tour, and Raybot was really excited about it because they are coming to Chicago as well.
Okay, we're waiting for the last 7F tank to be chosen.
Come on, Virality. So what are we seeing from NFTG?
There we go. We're good to start.
Chieftains and a T57 Chevy. I'm sorry, I have to call the T57 Chevy.
That works. It probably has a Ford engine, though.
Very, very possibly, yes. I mean...
Is that the reason it breaks down all the time? Or...
Oh, dope.
I'm not going to comment on that.
I'd drive for it, I can say that.
Go back to your band hammer. All right, so NFTG is running with a pair of Bat Chats, a T57 Heavy, a pair of E5s, and a pair of Chieftains. TV, are you going to call out 7Fs?
Oh, sorry. My camera was broken. Oh, there it goes. My camera works. We have for 7F, 7-fold, a Object 140, 2 Bat Chats, a Grandwagen, 2 Chieftains, and a 113. Let's see if they fare better against NFTG in this game than they did versus on your 6.
Well, I anticipate the Kranwagen going to the bowl. See just how strong that turret is.
I think Audacity is keen to find out that same thing in such a setup as well.
This is officially the first time a Swedish tank has been used in proper competitive play.
Well, that we know of.
Well,
Especially
on console,
for
right?
WCL.
Yeah.
And for console, that's a fact. I mean, I've seen it being used on PC version.
Yes.
And in one of the first battles on PC version, they flipped the 103B, which was kind of entertaining.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that one was also
He
used.
bounced one off the turret just there. Looks like that's your mom. She's doing pretty quick aim times there. Took one in the side of the turret. So he made 2 out of 4 rounds connect from his clip. With relatively, probably not fully aimed shots, that's probably not too bad. Par for the course.
Its aim time is pretty, yeah, not good.
Yeah, wasn't it 3 seconds or something like that?
Yeah. Basically, your cycle time is nerfed because of the aim time.
Right.
As far as I know. I mean, yeah, you're further up the line than I am. I haven't even started yet.
Well, there's a lot of autoloaders that have that problem. They can reload faster than they can aim in for the second shot.
Yeah,
So,
but isn't this one of the, well, yeah, it is one of the worst in that sense.
oh, there we go. This is a really interesting play here, using the hill by NFTG.
Oh, we see Nate Dash.
Yeah,
Nate
that's,
Dash Master and see
frankly,
that
I'm amazed that
as
they're pulling
pushing.
that move. They're hoping to overmatch Jokers there. They've got him out in the open. Oh, yep,
Yeah,
they're
they got
murdering
him
him right now.
tracked. His ammo racked. He can't
Yeah,
fix that
one
anymore.
more. Yeah,
And
there you
he's
go.
out.
That was an interesting play. They only took 1 hit, it looks like, for that move. That, wow, impressive. I expected to see them get punished more for that. So now Virality's butt
There
is
is
puckering because
20%
they know they're
difference.
going to come and flank. Looks like Kaiser is redeploying to cover that side as well.
Audacity is reloading.
Here they come. Virality.
He is getting focused on heavily, and he
Yep.
is almost out.
Oh my goodness, he's still alive. How is he still alive?
He had a false of Asmodeus in the meantime. Virality goes down by Nate.
Yep, Nate's a one-shot. Nate was lucky to survive that.
But Ihesh goes down. There goes Locked Hornet.
Yep, 7F is cleaning up elsewhere.
They do still have that T-57 Heavy and Chieftain sitting up top there.
They're going to be all alone here as soon as that last bat chat gets taken down. Dead Ants sees the end of his line coming, I think.
He is not going to be around long if he's going through there. Especially not with Rupture Ninja and Audacity coming in from back there.
Ouch.
Audacity missing 2 shots. And he
And
gets
he took
taken
Audacity
down.
down.
Nice shots by Dead Ants. And a tracking shot by Rupture. French tanks OP.
Ooh. He's a one-shot now. Oh! Asmo just got ammo racked. Right now, the Juicy Dirk has to feel like General Custer. He's up
His
there on Little
gun just got
Bighorn.
damaged. And he still takes out Asmodeus.
This is really interesting. I wonder if they can fight their way back.
Full health Chieftain. Kaiser and Krieg almost full
Yeah.
health.
Dead Ants is going to be reloaded soon.
7F has to push in towards the Chieftain now.
Yeah, they've got to take him out while they've got the 3-1 advantage. If they wait for that bat chat to reload, he can equalize things in a hurry.
Well, he is almost reloaded. Well, he is loaded. But he's
He's
still a
coming
one
back
shot.
in,
As
yeah.
long as one tank manages to get its turret around.
Dirk has to be careful, or he could end up killing himself off the cliff there.
7F getting safe in the hills, making the angles of attack shorter.
Oh my goodness. Oh. How aggressive is 7F going to be? Are they going to go chasing him down?
Dead Ants getting into an angle to put in
Yep.
shots.
Get some flanking fire in there.
Kaiser missing a shot.
Yep, he pushed it out a little too far.
Dead Ants down by Rupture
Okay.
Ninja.
Now they can all focus on Dirk. What's Kaiser doing? Oh, I guess, okay.
Just taking attention.
Yep.
He's like,
He's saying, look at my big butt.
one more shot should do it. Is he gonna get another
Yep,
shot off?
there we
Nope.
go. Great battle, guys. So 7F ends up our third place team for the battle, or for the event. And FTG, our fourth place team for the event. Thank you both so much for coming and participating. You guys represented well. This was a great opportunity to see how you guys handle the action, handle the stress. You guys are both great teams. And I'm sure
And
that
don't
we will
forget
see
to
a lot
donate.
more of you.
Alrighty,
So
there
now-
we go. So yet again, we're going to do another big shout out for the charity, and then it's code time again.
There we go.
So let's get everything straightened up here.
No, I see the new logo for NFTG. I didn't see that one yet.
So this
That
one will
actually
be
looks pretty cool.
for another Dicker Max.
Dicker Max, Dicker Max, Dicker Max, Max, Max.
So this one
Actually,
will be hashtag extra life. Hashtag extra life gets you a Dicker Max.
There we go. Just posting it in
Okay.
chat.
Looks
making
like
sure
they're all
people-
in the lobby. Now we're just getting everybody sorted out so that they're with their correct team.
That would help. Again. So you're saying they are very evenly matched, Hell's Cat.
Yes,
They're
they are tied. In every occasion that they have met on Wednesday night fights, and then also off stream scrims.
So can we call this their tiebreaker?
I think we can do that. I think that'd be very fair assumption of this.
It's going to be a very good match regardless.
So this is going to be our last match for today on this stream. After this, we have a panel discussion where we bring back the other guys, Nerve and Anarchy, and talk some more about competitive side of World of Tanks console and the other stuff going on with Extra Life.
And Tim, we'll be moderating the Twitch chat. And if anybody in Twitch asks questions during our panel discussion about the subject that we are discussing, he can relay those to us and we can answer them on the air because we're going to be covering a lot of ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Our friendly Banhammer. Wait, are you friendly?
Depends.
Nah,
Do you give me a reason to not be friendly? That's the question.
thank you for your hard work in chat.
It's no problem. It's just clicking, just like Artie.
Double barrel Hellcat.
Okay,
No,
go ahead
we're not
and
entering
start
that.
tank selection there. Everybody looks like they're all lined up and ready to go.
I like that idea of a double barrel Hellcat.
I'm down.
MTLS Hellcat. That's actually a pretty good idea. That would be hella OP. That'd be like tier 8 level OP.
Throw a camera on it and one axe on it, and oh my goodness.
All right, these teams are on the ball. They are both starting to get their tanks selected right away. Good to see
Nice.
that.
So the last winner of this exchange was less than a month ago. Immortals did take it to on your 6, so just to make the plot thicken just a little bit.
CGC.
A
Are
little
you
seasoning for
kidding
the
me?
stew there.
A CGC. They're doing it.
Wow. On Mirovenka.
Yep. Immortals pulling out the scene.
I
Oh, that's
don't
gonna be.
remember really ever seeing them running an Artie.
Oh, yeah,
Not a
they
tier 10
used
one.
to
I've
do
never
it.
seen that before.
They've done it in our 754 setups. They've brought a tier 8 and tier 6 Arties.
Okay,
They've
so
done it
signing planes, you
all.
need to make sure Absurd Medusa gets kicked. And Cool Mountain on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty, about 1 more minute, and I will launch out. Name the winner of the amazing Dickermax tank.
Please do. There's been a lot of people posting in chat. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Do not forget to donate. I will post a link of the Extra Life donation thingy again. Where did I leave it?
I'm not, see, and I'm glad you're able to do it because I am not.
Oh, that's why we're here, dude. I mean, you're doing the streaming, we're doing the extra stuff, right?
That's right.
Okay,
Called
so
teamwork.
It is that time. Here we go. Congratulations, Bella Dog 01. Congratulations, you are the winner of the Dickermax.
Congrats. Alrighty. So for Immortals, bringing the CGC as we were already laughing. Laughing. I mean, that's no laughing matter bringing a CGC, but it's odd. Let's put it that way. 3 Bat Chats, 2 IS7s, and a Chieftain.
And then we go to on your 6, and they have an E4, a pair of E5, or a pair of Bat Chat 25s, a pair of E5s, and a pair of Chieftains.
We're bringing
That's
a
a
lot
pretty
of pairs.
balanced setup.
Pair. They're gonna bring some apples? No.
I mean, in this type of situation, Cutter usually throws up about 3K in his E4 in almost every scrimmage that they have. And then Sir Tubbins has never thrown up anything lower than 2,700
Ooh.
in these scrimmages. So, yeah.
So he is a person to pick in an E4 if you need good damage done. But doing damage is not only the only part of the picture. Both teams going towards the ridges, playing it like a semi-pub match.
Mm-hmm. I do see the Immortals do have one scout out there.
Yeah. And they have an artillery hiding in the back, which could post up a huge issue for on your 6.
Well, yeah,
but it
that
can also
gaggle of
post an
heavy
issue
tanks,
for
and
themselves.
right now that they just got spotted, they're going to be target number 1. Even if that CGC misses, he can potentially damage 2-3 vehicles at a time.
On your 6 just pushing straight
Yeah, because
away.
they know they've
Jacob
got to
Del
keep
Hum.
moving, or that to keep that CGC out of it.
He already got ammo racked and everything.
They've bounced so many rounds off of that's Jacob. They took him down, but man, it took a
2
lot of
down
shots to do it.
for on your 6, 2 down for Immortals.
And two down on each side.
The heavy armor is gone for
Yep,
Immortals.
on your 6
but
has the health
mediums-
advantage. And with the CGC being relatively ineffective,
STL Stank should be finishing off
Oh,
Cutter
already
Deeply
fired.
any second. Oh,
CGC just got, yep.
Far Drang and SVT kill, but Cutter Deeply on a 1-shot should be taken down now. But he is still surviving.
Stang is going to go down shortly.
Yep. There goes Stang.
Are they going to ignore the Conqueror, or is somebody going to take it down? That's the question.
Patangi is dead in the water here. Gets taken out by Tubbins. Nice shooting. But Smill is on low health. Tubbins on reload.
CGC took a shot, but it's not dead.
And
There it
he
is.
is dead now. Far Dragon took him
Now
out.
3 bat chats left to harass 4 slower tanks. This is actually going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
And they did not ignore the Conqueror. That was interesting.
Ooh, Smill just avoiding a shot there.
If I were on your 6 in this situation, I think I'd send 3 to the cap circle and 1 to the hill to spot where the bat chats are.
Ooh, Wayside Bat getting a very nice shot into Smill.
Yes, Smill's lucky to be alive now.
Yep. Good driving by Smill to still stay alive there, but he is so close to dead. These guys are going to regroup, go around, and attack from the other end. They need to catch that E4 out first.
Yep, they had enough time to start reloading that even with 3 tanks on the circle, they should be reloaded before the cap runs out.
But they're still going to have to hurry up. They
should be coming back into view probably in about 10 seconds, I would say.
They're not going to make that.
Yeah, they're way out of position, aren't they?
They might get some shots in by Smill, but he's got to hurry it up now.
Boy, Abiotic's the only one that might get shots in time. Tubbins is just too far away. Okay, look at, yeah, there goes SVT. He was looking the right way and he bounced one.
Tubbins spotted as well. They're just going to make him look at all different directions.
Yep.
Tubbins taking damage. That chieftain is so good in this
2,
situation
1.
still.
Oh, there, I got a partial reset again. This is going to be so close.
Immortals needs to stay calm if they wanted to get this win.
Yep.
Honor 6
Keep
has
placing
a
those
massive
shots.
advantage.
They're getting bled though.
Cutter falls.
Yep, now it's 3 on 3. They do still have a health advantage, and 2 of the immortals are one-shots. Oh, Wayside
gets off.
abandoned the cap. He's going hunting.
He's going after Tubbins. And now abandoning
Yeah,
again.
we quiet. We're hunting Tubbins.
Far Dragon staying focused on Smill. You ain't getting me, boy.
Smill, he's the one who's going to probably sneak in the cheeky shot here.
Nope. He's not going to get the shot on Far Dragon. There's Tubbs and Abiotic Hollow. Ready
Here
to
it
poke
comes.
almost.
Here it
Or proxy
comes.
spotted.
Yep.
Oh,
Ouch.
he just got hammered, but oh!
Now it's Smill with his, 50 hit points left or something.
And Wayside has a shell ready and waiting. And Smill now is reloading, and he is down.
Excellent
your
work,
6.
guys. On your 6 are our champions for today. Immortals put up a great fight as well. This is good stuff. This is what our competitive scene is all about. I'm glad we got to share this with everybody on the stream today. This is just a microcosm of the bigger events that we like to put on and what we hope to have in the future. And we'll talk more about that with our panel discussion.
I just want to say when you said the CGC wasn't useful and then he dropped a 1300 damage double splash, like after you said that, I got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
that was about it. That was his one big good shot, though.
Look at the damage out of Wayside Bat. Almost 4K. And from Smill as well. Also almost 4K. Nice job.
All right.
Good play by both.
Signing planes, you can go ahead and close the room down if you want. Everybody's done. And you guys, if you want to participate in the panel, make your way into our Discord chat. if you're not already there.
Over here.
It's that time. Once again, though.
Another code. Yay!
Yep, it's code time.
We get to give away some more stuff. Do me a favor. First, let's look at the donate. How much has been donated?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
$3,351. We are still not at our stream part goal. We only have 43 minutes left to get another $49.
Well, do you
What is that?
think,
Is it 3,351? Is that what you said?
Yes, that is where it's currently
Our
at.
goal is 3,400.
and you
Our
got
personal goal.
Me and Nerve, I'm getting ready to do mine right now for $25, and then Nerve is going to be putting his in for another $50.
So I think we better raise our goal.
Well, I wasn't counting on their money to be in there. So basically, we still need it, but man, we made it, but man, you broke me. All that money going to the children. Good job.
All right.
All right. So now I can focus my attention entirely on the computer side here. Who all do we have in our channel stream chat here?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. Let me just, for those of you who are viewing, I don't know, some of our personal icons are going to be going up on screen if they aren't already. And so let me just kind of run through who all's in our discussion here. And some of the voices you may recognize, some you may not. But in the order they are on our chat, which I think is alphabetical, it is Anarchy, who you heard for the first hour plus. Beaver, who is one of the helpers, moderates in some of the Discord channels for us and helps out with Wednesday Night Fights a lot. Captain Cripple, who was our Discord help moderator today. Indignant Tiger, who is also Tim Hamlet on our Twitch chat there. He's doing the Twitch moderation. Mad Hatter, who isn't actively involved in the event today, but he is one of our administrators for WCL, and we're glad to see him able to come and join us. He's been part of the program ever since WCT2, about 2 years ago. Nerve, you remember him from the first hour or so as well, one of the commentators with Anarchy. And then myself, I'm Pontiac Pat, and I am the administrator for WCL, getting my acronyms tongue-tied here. And then Signing Planes, he was the guy moderating our game room there, getting all the teams set up and making sure the tanks were picked and launching the battles for us. Thank you for that. Then we have TVL 2000. TVDL 2000. He is another one of our administrators for WCL. And you guys probably remember he and I both from all of the streams we did during our various WCL seasons and events. Then we have Vanilla Oprah. She is one of our moderators at WCL, and she was here setting up the green room, helping the teams get organized and ready to help things go a little bit smoother today. And then, of course, Hell's Cat. He is our broadcaster today, and we thank him so much for handling all of that and keeping the stream steady. Too bad we had a few glitches to get the stream started. We ended up with a few minutes down, things starting a little bit late, but we got it under control, and we're rolling right along. We've got 40 minutes left, and our topic of discussion for most of that time is going to be World of Tanks console competitive gaming. We're kind of going to break it down into three segments, kind of like the Scrooge. We're going to have events past, events present, and events future. And we're going to kind of talk a little bit about where we've been, what the hardships have been, what the good times have been, what's going on right now, and then give you kind of a glimpse of the vision that we're pushing for to see in the future.
Okay, Pat,
and then
can
we'll
I give away a tank?
Absolutely. Go ahead and do that before we get started.
All right, so next tank that will be given away. This one here is, of course, the French FCM50T. This is the one we're going to give the hashtag to one of the big contributors to the competitive community. So this one will be hashtag Vanilla Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Best hashtag so far. Just saying.
You made my life.
That's just because there hasn't been a hashtag Mad Hatter or a hashtag Team One. Just saying.
I can't type. I'm typing it wrong the whole
Don't
time.
ruin
Come
it
on.
with my name.
Hashtag Oprah. There we go. Now I'm doing it
Yeah,
right.
gotta have all the L's, all
Yeah.
the A's.
Not too many N's.
I already see some titles scrolling by. It's funny.
Yeah, mostly by me.
So let's go ahead and get our discussion started. Let's start off with kind of the ancient history of the competitive
God.
gaming for World of Tanks Xbox. It predates the PS4 version of the game. And TVDL, he is our oldest serving administrator. He was one of the original guys in the original WCT1. So TV, why don't you just tell us a little bit about how all that got started?
Oh God. Well, let's start first by thanking the guy that started it all. BR Tactics, the founder also of the Sevenfold Clan, one of the founders of the Precision Gaming clans, unhappy with how competitive was developing at that time, wanted to get stuff going, and he just decided to contact WarGaming with his plans. He decided to contact some other people like myself to build something of a competitive scene and do that through the training rooms. And that's basically how the WCT got started, with taking some rules from the PC side of World of Tanks and rolling from that with the 754 setup. It's yeah. It's been a while,
right,
and some really good times. Really, a lot of good people met along the way, and lost some people that have left the games ever since. But everyone's welcome back. Some
Now,
people we have been welcoming back.
if I remember right, that first event, wasn't that just shortly after clans were introduced on the Xbox?
It was like December 2014 or something like that. Like it was a long time ago.
So just a few months after the clans really got
Yeah.
organized in an official capacity.
And we didn't really use the full clan features because of not really having the integration of that much into the game, except for it showing the clan tag in the lobbies.
I'm pretty sure spectator mode had literally just been added like a week before or something like that. Like in the training lobbies. It was really new.
No,
Can
for
you tell us all
WCT1 there
how
was no
that-
spectator mode.
Can you tell us all how that first event was laid
The
out?
first part.
For WCT1?
Yes.
Or, well, to answer your TV's thing, there was a spectator mode of some kind, because I remember streaming it. That's how I somehow got involved with it, was I was looking for certain tournaments to stream it, and someone pointed me to BR's stream, or to BR's tournament. That's how I got involved.
Well, the first start of it was with the streamers or the spectators drowning themselves in low tier tanks, just straight dropping themselves to death or drowning, and we needed maps that did that just to make sure that we could do it.
Actually, I do remember that. Yeah.
That was before WCT1, though. That was because when we got to WCT1, I was with 47R. That was our debut as a clan in competitive, and we had read the rules from the previous events and noticed that there was a 30-second time where the teams were not allowed to move to allow that moderator, spectator, whatever you want to call it, to go and kill themselves before you started moving from your spawn. And so we were doing that. We were sitting there
Not
for 30
actually
seconds.
kill themselves, kill their tank.
Yeah, exactly, to kill their tank, yeah. And so WCT1, that we had a proper spectator mode because we were sitting there for 30 seconds when we didn't have to be. Yeah. I remember it confused the heck out of the other teams. They were like, "Why aren't they? What's going on? Where are they?"
Lol. Well,
yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yep.
Very long time ago.
The arcane arts of 360 version.
Yeah, you see the blue WCT logo. Oh,
I just
brings
need to
back
drop
memories.
the winner really fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably I'm gonna pronounce this name two different ways. So the old gamer or the old gamer, congratulations! You are the winner of the FMC 50T. Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Also known as the best tank in the game.
Now, the original WCT, we had 24 teams
By
involved.
invite.
Say again?
By invite. It was basically teams that we knew or somehow had contact with or saw on the forums or talked with or scrimmed with, and just it was what we could pull together and be sure that they'd show up
Yep.
and be there.
And it took, I want to say it took several days to kind of get that team list flushed out so that you had that full 24 teams, right?
Oh yeah, that took a lot of administration at that point just to get people to sign up what we needed, the amounts of people and the team name and all that jazz. Because of them not knowing the times that we were going to play, and being sure of who could play at what times, and oh my god, I'm glad I wasn't. My biggest part was part of the website that we were running back then, but I cannot thank PR Tactics for running enough work there.
He did a lot of managing to do that. I remember he spent a lot of time doing that.
So then after WCT 1, that's
you
when
got on board.
Myself and Mad Hatter and I think Ollie got on.
It was just you and Allie because I had joined before the first event started.
Oh, okay, all right.
I had made this I made this server and stuff so that way teams could communicate and help TV through the funniest Discord bug I've yet to encounter yet. It was so great.
So we added some polish, added some clarifications in the rules, just basically tried to bring it up a notch. And then we decided, we're trying to decide how many teams we could handle. And we figured, okay, well, let's go with 32 teams. We can ramp it up from 24 teams. And when we announced,
sheet.
we had plenty of broadcasting of the event. And when we put up the registration, 32 teams, first come, first served. And do you guys remember how long that took to fill up 32 teams?
That was like 24 minutes.
It was 15 minutes or something like that. Yeah, it was real.
I don't remember the exact time, but it was less than an hour.
I think you hit refresh on the browser and it was full. It was something like that,
we had a huge increase in the interest after that first event and getting things rolling and people seeing that this was going to be for real. The event ran fairly smoothly. I mean, every event we always have a few teams or players on teams that just don't know how to behave in public and are a problem. So, pushing that aside, the event as a whole ran pretty darn well. So we got done with that. We were moving on to WCT 3, and we decided, well, we had that 32 teams fill up super fast, and we had something like 100 teams that had tried to get in. So let's go ahead and double it. Let's go up to 64 teams and see how that does.
And that was a brilliant decision, right?
Yep. You don't
exactly
want empty spots, right?
Yep. In less than an hour, it was full. It was just boom, boom, boom.
And if I remember correctly, WCT3 was where I came in as well.
I think so.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's also when the Xbox One version released, so there was a big boom in just the community, like the size of the community and stuff like that. So it was pretty busy.
Yeah, I remember because I had just bought an Xbox One, and I already had previous experience working with WarGaming, with Gold League, and all that other good stuff. And so I contacted World Games Console and said, hey, and I noticed they had something going on for console. I was like, you guys need any help? And they said, yeah, go talk to Mad Hatter or Allie. And I'm like, okay. And that became that.
So then we moved on after that event wrapped up, another successful event, and started WCL. It basically was an evolution of WCT from just a straight tournament to being a longer season league setup where we had teams and divisions that would play an extended series of battles over several weeks. to earn a division record and earn championship of their division. And then those champions, and I think the second place teams as well, moved on to a playoffs that was in a more familiar elimination series with varying sizes, kind of like the baseball playoffs, where the first round is 3 games or whatever, and then you move on to the finals that was 9 games, more like the World Series is 7 games, right? So that got more intense of a series as it moved along. And we did that same thing again for WCT or WCL2, and both times it worked very well. Both times we had no problems fielding even more teams. The WCL2, the final tally, we had 144 teams actually in the event, plus another about 16 teams, as I recall, on standby to fill in for teams that had to drop out. And there were even more teams that tried to register, but for various technical reasons couldn't get their registration completed successfully. I think the total number of attempted registrations, TV, you have that number, don't you? You were
217.
There you go. That is a lot of teams. So it was in the neighborhood of 2,000 individual registered players, and so that really caught everybody's attention, including WarGaming's, and really helped light a fire under them to get the whole competitive scene going in an official in-game manner. And so that's the history. Now let's move on to the present. Right now, WCT/WCL, we're kind of on hiatus. We're waiting for the functionality to come into the game to do what we want for the future. So right now what you have are the guys like Wednesday Night Fights. These guys are doing a heck of a job keeping the community alive and active while we're kind of in hiatus. Thank you guys. We really appreciate what you're doing for the community. You guys want to take a minute and share anything about how things are going for you?
I would love to. Hell's Cat Death here. We originally started out with 2 guys. It was me and Beaver. We wanted to create a fill-in. We wanted to help teams bring in, and we just wanted to bring in the community into a positive, era. There were, because there were some bad times, and there's been some great times, and we just wanted to keep the positivity rolling. So we're, loyalty, honor, respect. Those were always our backbones when we created this, and so originally started just helping teams find matches. And the community slowly grew, and then slowly grew some more. And it is what we are today. So it branched from bringing the community together to streaming, and then from streaming to coinciding with WCL the whole time, and all their tournaments are going. So these teams could come in and practice and go against these other big name teams. And have worry-frees. We'd host the room. They just show up, they play, they enjoy themselves, and then they drive home, essentially. So that was great. Anarchy, Beaver, Nerve, I know you guys are here. You guys want to say anything?
No, I mean, I think you did a pretty good job. You know what I mean? Like, you and Beaver started it. Eventually, me and Nerve got on board. And, I mean, pretty much people, come out and play, and we stream it and have a good time.
And, I mean, we're adding new aspects of all the time. We have the fantasy draft. That's now coming into effect, of where people, how they do in scrimmages scenarios in the comp world. This is just not based on damage. It's based on damage is a factor, but also spotting, spotting damage, the amount of damage blocked, all the API data that we can collect. It goes for this. And so everybody will have a grading and a judging scale of Unicum players all the way down to good players, and bad players even. But win 8 doesn't matter to this. It has nothing to do with win 8. It's how you perform on a comp battlefield. So.
Oh, can I interrupt you just for a second? Rybot's asking if our video feed is still good. Tim, can you confirm? Are we still broadcasting properly?
I can
still
still
broadcasting
watch.
properly
Yes, we are.
Okay.
From both WarGaming and from Wednesday Night Fights. Yep.
Confirmed.
I was on
Okay,
WarGaming
thank
too.
you. Go ahead and continue.
So yeah, that's the next evolution that we're going to be bringing with Wednesday night fights. With that, and a lot of things in the works, to help the community even more. And yeah, it, I have to say a big shout out to all of my staff that is now works. Pants on the Ground, Leech, Cutter Deeply. Oh my goodness, Dexter, Akiwaza, Kill You. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, I could, and then
Yeah.
of course, and so those guys work tirelessly for the community, and that's what we're here for. Let's keep it positive. Let's have some honor, some respect, and
Okay.
Don't
there we go.
forget Omega.
Oh, and Omega Reaver GT. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing going across the screen for the WNF, a lot of those were done for Omega. He is our in-house artist.
Yeah, we've had more people help out during the various seasons than I care to take the time to go through, to be honest. We've had
Yeah, you guys
every
have
season
hundreds.
there's a few new names.
Almost.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what's going on in game right now. There's something called Arena. It's a tournament system powered
Can I do
that
one more
Microsoft
code?
has given us. Say again?
Can I just do one more code? We just passed that time
Yeah.
marker, and then at the
Go
end
ahead.
we have one left.
Is this our last code?
Nope, we have two left. The last one
Okay.
I will be putting up later, and just right before we sign off. So this code here will be for another T127 plus 7 days of premium and 500,000 in silver. This one will be yet again. Let's do extra life for life. Hashtag extra life for life.
Is that the number or the word?
The number. So I'm typing in now.
Also remind the people that are in WarGaming's chat right now that this is most likely you'd only be able to enter this if you were in your stream, Hellcat, I'm assuming.
Nope.
I don't think it crosses over two different chats.
No, this is all coming right from WarGaming.
So
No, I
it's
mean
Wargaming.
like the actual text, like typing in chat to enter it.
Oh yeah, it's all over the WarGaming channel.
Okay.
Okay. So right now in the game, we've got this arena function, and it's coming through in a couple of different ways. First, there's what they called UGTs, or user-generated tournaments. These are the tournaments that you see popping up through the clubs, the World of Tanks official tournaments club, and several others. These are what kind of we as WCL are kind of doing right now. You'll see often myself or TVDL are the ones that are creating those events. And WarGaming is working with us and kind of telling us from week to week, okay, here's what we'd like you to do. And they're experimenting with different time slots and trying to see, where the most interest is, what draws the most players. And so it's kind of all experimental right now, and it's a good chance to hunt down the bugs before we get to the really big events. The other thing that we had last month is the skirmish. That's the second thing. That is, you noticed it didn't come through the same thing. That came through your game hub, and that's an official wargaming event where they handle it all, and it's a bigger thing with prizing and whatnot. And so our understanding is that those will continue into the future. We don't know any details about what's going to happen for the next one, but we know there should be an announcement coming soon. So stay tuned on that. When we get to beyond that, though, that's where things get really interesting, because right now the arena functionality is pretty limited. But we've been given the opportunity to make suggestions to WarGaming and Microsoft of things that we would like them to include in the future, so they can get those long-range plans started, because some of these things are going to take months or maybe a year to get all sorted out and implemented. And we kind of have to draw a line between the things we ask WarGaming and the things we ask Microsoft, because each kind of has their own parts of the system, and they have to get it all working together. So one of the things we had to do just the other couple weeks ago that I have right here in front of me is we got to make a list of things that we wanted to suggest to Microsoft to add to their interface so that we could set up bigger, grander, more complex events. And we want to take a few minutes and kind of talk about what some of those are, and to give you guys kind of a heads up of where we're hoping to see this event go. Some of you that are in our Discord may have already seen this list. We were given permission to publish it to show you that these are the things that we passed along that we would like to see. We have no idea which of these are going to be acted on and which ones aren't. We just don't know that, right? So it is what it is. We just have to wait and see like everybody else. So one of the key areas that really needs to be done to make this an ongoing league type thing is permanent teams. TV, I know you shared a lot of your feelings on those in our staff chats in the past. Would you like to maybe discuss some of the key points to permanent teams and what that means for our future?
Well, entering permanent teams creates possibilities for clans to keep their certain guys together. As for instance, with the skirmish that happened was that WarGaming implemented a region lock, which didn't go off very well with the people that I'm usually in contact with. So by creating your own personal team, you're just creating your own group of people that you're going to use for a battle, and it gives us much more possibility of having that team go on to a next stage of a certain game series. Like first you're creating the round robin, and after that an elimination stage, and after that possibly from different parts of it. Just having a natural flow of tournaments continue on.
Yep.
And that's only one of the bigger things that we would like to see changed.
Yes.
And that's how we really got to stress it's what we would like to see changed.
Yep.
We can't be guaranteed certain changes.
Well, and the other cool things about having a permanent team is then you can see from event to event a team evolve and get better, right? It's not just the next random group of people you can throw together on a particular day, but it's a cohesive team that when you see them play, you know who it is and you know how they played last time and kind of what to expect from them the next time. And
Yeah,
how would it be to go watch your favorite football team and find that half the team was different every time they hit the field? It wouldn't feel
then
like
you're
it
cheering
was
for a shirt, not
yeah,
a team.
exactly. Okay, so let's go to kind of the next event, or next part of the thing is reserve players. So right now we're limited in Arena where if they say it's a 7v7, then you can only select 7 players. That has caused some major problems for people. Is there someone else on our panel who's maybe had some experience with having to deal with that can maybe share their thoughts on the subject? Nerve, Anarchy, any of you guys?
I haven't played in any of them yet.
Which one? I'm sorry.
I know, right?
I
Well,
do recall
let's-
seeing matches ended up played with like less players. But I've only really I think I've only had one experience personally, so I haven't gotten to see too much of the arena, honestly.
So you're part of Immortals. I know Sir Tubbins has put together teams for several of the arena events.
Yeah, I think they've been in all of them.
Okay. And I know they've talked about just what you said, going into battle expecting to have 7 players, but then because of technical issues, some of the players couldn't get connected correctly or in time or whatever the situation was, and so they had to play short. If we can have a system,
really care if all 7 of your players aren't ready or if anyone has issues, the game is started on a timer.
Yep. So what we're hoping is to get a system where you can have, say, 10 people instead of 7. And then what'll happen is the system can say, okay, if these first 7, if some of them aren't ready, then if these next 3 are ready, we can pull from that pool in order to help keep your team that actually gets into the game full. That's kind of what we would like to see there.
That sounds a little bit tricky, but I would imagine that can be done.
Yeah, yeah.
Pat, you want to move on to your next segment for you and how the Children's Miracle Network has affected your
Let's,
life?
let's save that for about the last 5 minutes. I don't want to take too much time with that. So one of the things that we can't do right now is we can't assign maps. That's one of the things that we've asked for increased functionality on. Right now, the way we understand it is that there is a pool of maps that has been assigned by WarGaming based on the team size for the events. If it's 2v2 or 7v7 or 15v15, each one of those will have a different pool of maps. The 2v2 will tend towards smaller maps. 15v15 will tend towards larger maps. However, we don't have a list, and nobody has been given one, of what those maps are. So we're flying blind. All we have is the experience of having played it and seen what maps come up, and so we have a general idea. And so that makes it really tough for the teams to be able to practice strategies and things. So it kind of dumbs down the level of strategy that goes on in the events. When teams have time to practice and really prepare to go to battle on a certain field, knowing that that's the field that they can get in the event, then it completely changes and increases the level of professionalism of the team and the level of play. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the subject. So those are some of the big things that we've asked for. There's a lot more on our list, but that was just some things to kind of give you an idea of what kind of things need to be implemented before we can implement a full-scale WCL type event in the arena system. So we got maybe 5 minutes here. We want to go ahead and open it up to questions from our Twitch chat. So Tim, if you want to pass on questions here, we can answer whatever they're asking.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys want to go ahead and ask some questions, either in the Wednesday Night Fights chat or the WarGaming chat, I have both up here. I have enough screens for all that. But if you guys want to go ahead and
only regarding competitive.
Only regarding competitive, because we're not gonna answer some of the questions we can't answer.
Yeah, TVD, how do you like your sandwiches? With the crust or no?
That would be an example of a question we're not going to answer.
When are the Swedish tanks coming out?
I am not at liberty to discuss or divulge that information.
My sandwiches are very private. I don't need people knowing things like that.
Where can I get that MTLS Hellcat? I want to know more about that.
Seriously though, I really want the MTLS Hellcat. It's very important.
It has twin auto-loading 76s.
The MTLS Death Star. Where's it at?
Okay, so they're wondering, Belladog, I'm curious who beta tested on the 360.
I did.
Oh, that was a while ago.
I did closed beta test on the 360. Good times.
Right, so going through the other guys, that would be Hatter, and then also that was you, Tiger.
No, TV.
Actually, I did play a couple of games, but I
beta tested as well.
Wasn't on my Xbox, but I did technically.
I remember when there was only 2 nations. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yep.
And I was also a beta test. And so that was a good question.
That was back when you could get like tier 2s and tier 10 games through like platooning. It was really fun.
Yep, that was lovely.
That
was actually my first battle.
Any West Coast tournaments?
Hopefully in the future, yes. For now, no, because the vast majority of the player base is either EU or North America East. And so that's until we get the kind of the volume to where WarGaming wants it with the consistency, it's just not going to happen.
Alrighty, so Sigvat coming in, PS4, Clan Wars, and tourneys, and is WNF coming this year, the next 6 months? Sigvat, yes, PS4 WNF is coming over. There is a set of guys that are over there that are setting up that. WNF is going to go over there and help them. WCL, what do you guys think over on PS4?
You want to take that, TV?
We have not been supplied the equipment to do on PS4, if we were to be given or gifted or lent the equipment,
Or found one.
Or found
Well,
one.
Whatever.
You found one on your porch with.
It was on the
College
whatever.
life is
It-
too
when you
whichever
get fed,
way.
somebody had put it there. I don't think they have an
I would
arena.
be
I currently
totally
live off of
happy.
ramen noodles, so that's my answer.
But we have told WarGaming that if they're willing to provide us the equipment, that we're more than happy to do an event there.
All right.
Do they have an arena thing like that? Do they have anything like? Or are they still just
Not
training rooms?
yet, but it's been released that Sony is working on something, but we don't
Okay.
know any details.
Then JFast 1019. Any thoughts about adding in some of the anti-air tanks or machine guns, half-track type tanks? What would our thoughts be on that?
That doesn't seem like a comp
It
question.
doesn't seem like a comp question to me. I'm just
Not a comp question, but they haven't. I doubt they'd add it. Honestly,
They won't.
there's just
The
too much
only-
stuff to do.
The
There's
only
no
half-track
half-tracks
stuff
that
they
would-
did was on PC with that special type of game they had for a little while.
They
with
had like combat car
carrying the
things,
bomb.
right?
Yep, they were running around with actually with wheeled vehicles. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
There's
fast as hell
nothing-
and got tipped over easy.
It'd all be low tiers, right? If they did add them, it would be
I would
like,
hope so.
There's nothing
It would make the
historically
most
that would
sense.
compete with the higher tier stuff. That
Or
I know
maybe
of
just-
anyway.
Maybe just arty and stuff like that.
They would
Yeah, I
have
don't
to do
see
like
a
a really
half-track
high
competing
pen
with a
anti-air or something if it was going to play anywhere above like tier 3.
I mean,
it'd have to
if
be
you
like-
notice the
don't know.
like the Swedes, those Swedes run that 9 centimeter Bofors or
The 40 millimeter Bofors?
Yeah, well, I know like the tier 6 and tier 7 have those small ones, so little tiny ones. But other than that, I have no idea. I will be. Let me give out a code real fast, and you guys can continue back.
Okay.
This will be
This
our
is our-
final code.
Okay. All right.
So this one with the final code will be
Hashtag
for,
WCL.
There you go.
He got dibs on it. He got you.
Okay. So here we go for the last Tiger 1 hammer, the German tank. Here we go.
Oh,
So
I love
The
that thing.
hammer.
yep.
Oh man, that's one of my. I've never played the regular Tiger, but I've played the crap out of the hammer.
All right. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do the hashtag here. Launch it out, TBDL.
Hashtag WCL.
Someone had a question and they wanted to know where's the best spot to go to get involved with these competitive clans?
I'm glad you asked.
You get your Discord invites ready, all starters.
If you're on the forum, if you go to the general discussion forum, you'll see that there's a sticky up top that talks about the WCL Clan Hub. If you go in there, there's a perma link that will bring you in to the Discord Clan Hub, and that's kind of the central hub for all things that's out, just kind of on via Discord, so where you can connect with teams, you can connect with players, you can connect with the various organizations that are running the different events. And that's why that's permanently stickied in the forum. That is the link.
And I just posted it in chat as well.
Beat you to
Yeah.
it, baby.
And then
They just added that thing on the forums as well.
you
There's like
posted
a
some-
tournament section thing.
The link to the forum thread. I posted
The
the Discord link.
tournament that
And then-
I don't know what it's called. The tournament section thing.
and
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry,
there is now a tournament or section of the forum. It's still kind of in its infancy, but it is there.
And then also up on the forum, the Wednesday night fight ones is also there. Also, go.
I think it's
into
under
the-
the tournament one.
Yep, under the community. We're right there on the forum. Also, we have the Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and all of that to join in on the WNF.
But in
aspect
short, if
with-
you want to get involved, a lot of things like the serious teams and people are on Discord these days. The forums is good, but that's where most competitive things take place is Discord. So if you want to download Discord, get in some rooms because
You don't
that's how
even need
things
to
go.
download
Alright, guys.
Discord. You can open it in
We're
your web
down to
browser.
4 minutes left, so we need to wrap this up, and I want to do my closing segment here before
Take
we
it
run
away.
out of time. Okay, where are we standing as far as donations go?
Last time I checked, we were still at 33.51.
We are still at 33.51.
Well,
Damn it! Come on, people!
I know.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
We have some pledges for another $75 that we talked about earlier that hasn't gone into the system yet, but has been pledged. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experience with Seattle Children's Hospital.
Tactic Angel is the winner of the hammer.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
So about this time, Hell's Cat will be putting up on your screen a picture of a little boy. That little boy is my son. He spent a lot of time at Seattle Children's Hospital during his short life. During that time, I got to tell you, I was so impressed with the quality of care that Children's gave us. Whether or not we could afford something really was never a big issue. There were things that we could qualify for to get help when we needed it. And they wrote some things off, just wrote them off, just sucked up the loss because they knew it was what he needed. The nurses, the doctors, they're all there because they care. They're not just, it's one of the few times I've been in a hospital where I didn't feel like the staff was just there doing time to collect a paycheck. They really cared. They bonded with my son. Just an amazing experience, amazing people, an amazing place. And I'll tell you from my experience that I would have no problem whatsoever donating to a cause like this. I can tell you from my experience, your money is going to be well spent. It is going to make a difference in people's lives. And what more can you ask? So go ahead and put the second picture up. So this is a picture of my son at Seattle Children's with myself and my wife. This was on his 3rd birthday, just shortly a couple of months before he passed away. They went all out for his birthday. His room was decorated. There were pictures and things on the door to his room. There were balloons. All sorts of cool stuff. The hospital gave him a little gift bag with a really nice blanket and some other things to help us with him. Very thoughtful. And then go ahead and put up the last picture now. And this last picture is of Santa Claus visiting my son. And that Santa Claus happens to be myself. Big change from the previous picture. It's amazing what a beard and some makeup can do. But Christmas was an amazing time. He spent Christmas Day in the hospital, and they treated him like a king. Now we're almost out of time. There's only a few seconds left. So let me just say that I am pledging for myself to donate $100 to this, and I'm going to do that as soon as the stream ends. This is that important of a cause, and it's worth every cent you can give them. Thank you to Rybot for inviting us all to participate. Thank you to all the staff who've helped out. This has been a wonderful event, in spite of the rough spots, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you guys for showing up. And I gotta say,
Thank you very
Pat,
much.
Pat, you make an awesome looking Santa.
Yeah, you'll like Santa from the Santa Claus.
All right, guys, time to sign off.
I'm gonna throw that $50
Donate!
anyway.